Check 1 2, check 1 2, 1 2 3, 1 2 3. It is me. It's your boy, Mikey D here, ready to start the show. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome if you're just joining. Welcome, even more welcome. Can you welcome somebody anymore? I don't know if you can, but I try to thank you, or those of you who are watching the VOD right now. That's what I'm trying to say. Thank you for watching the VOD if you are. Much appreciated. And as always, I'd like to thank the patrons. First and foremost, I want to thank each and every one of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you want your name to be on the stream, just hop on over my Patreon. Show me a little love. I'll show you a little love, and I'd be forever thankful of any and all support. You guys are fucking awesome. Let's kick things off. I literally just got done watching The Suicide Squad in the theater, and I thought it was fucking awesome. Thought it was damn good. Shockingly good. I was shocked. I don't say that lightly. I had no damn idea that it was going to be as good as it was. I decided to watch it after, like, I swear, like the eighth friend of mine who I talked to about it told me that it was good. To be honest, I really had zero plans on watching it. Not only in the theater, I wasn't sure I was even going to watch it, period. The Suicide Squad movie. The first one was so awful, so fucking god awful. I would rather punch myself in the balls as hard as I could than ever have to sit through the Suicide Squad, or, you know, Suicide Squad, the movie again. Between the absolute zero chemistry between the Fresh Prince, Will Smith, and Margot Robbie, between the fucking, I don't know what you would even consider calling the chemistry between Jared Leto and the entire cast, aside from him just doing one of the worst renditions of the Joker of all time. I mean, just miserable. Awful, awful, awful movie from start to finish, which is a damn shame because Jared Leto, although he's not my favorite, although he's got one of the biggest dicks in all of Hollywood, he can act. He can act, man. If you guys ever seen a Requiem for a Dream, which is like 1 billion years old, it's so fucking good. He's got the chops, man. He could really do it, man. I heard he's good in Dallas Buyers Club too. I think that won him an Oscar. Yeah, no, dude. They did Jared Leto dirty by letting him do that. By letting Jared Leto, giving him the freedom to hang himself with that fucking horrible. How does somebody? I understand, right? So, like, let's say you're way back. It's like 2003. You're Christopher Nolan. You're like, all right, you know, we just did Batman. Batman Begins. You know, we're casting for the Joker in The Dark Knight, right? People are really anticipating this. You know, you start filming, you cast Heath Ledger, you know, fans hate it. And then Heath Ledger's like, all right, I'm working on it. You're gonna like it. And then he emerges from the trailer, and it's, you know, he's like in full makeup, and he's doing the weird voice, where it's like his voice is up here, and then down here, right? You know, that's Batman. But like it's got that crazy range, and it's like really unsettling. And he's improvising on film. He's there's that whole scene. There's a scene where the Joker interrupts a dinner party with a shotgun, and he improvised a bunch of that. And he actually completely threw Maggie Gyllenhaal off because she didn't expect what he was going to do. I think he takes her and he puts like the fake knife to her face, and he gets like right in her face. And this is apparently the first time of her seeing him in the full Joker regalia doing the whole thing. Anyway, it's captivating on film. I'm sure it was captivating live. When you see that, you're probably like, oh my god, he's amazing. He's done this whole new thing with the Joker. But then Jared Leto's like, okay, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna do my own thing with it. And then the Joker comes out, and he's got like fake gold teeth and shitty tattoos all over his face, and his hair is slicked back, and I don't even know what you want to call that thing he was doing with his voice. Just dumb. Like, how is you as a director, like, how do you not say, hey, what you're doing sucks. This sucks. You suck. This is weird. Also, Jared Leto was doing weird shit off camera, too. He was, like, sending people, like, use condoms and stuff. And, like, I think he sent somebody a dead rat, too. God. Anyway. This isn't me shitting on Suicide Squad, the first movie. The podcast. This is me, you know, trying to sing the praises of the Suicide Squad. Which is, I think they're calling it a soft reboot. Like, they're not exactly... They don't talk about the first one at all. So it's almost as if it didn't happen. Yeah, they don't say a single fucking word. Not one, no wink, no nod, no Easter eggs that I could tell. Now, there might be some eagle-eyed viewers who are like pausing it frame by frame to look for some kind of like nod to the past, but I did not. If there is one, I didn't see it. Dog, I love me some Hellboy. What's up, Ross? Oops. Oop, are we talking about Suicide Squad?
Bang, bang, you're the best.
What's up? What's up, Fragility? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, no, I'm just shitting on the first Suicide Squad just to tell you guys how much I loved the second one. But even calling it the second one feels weird because it makes you think that it was a sequel. I thought it was going to be a sequel. I wasn't sure, like, I didn't know anything about this movie. I didn't know the plot, besides that the plot is always the same generally with these movies. They're the Suicide Squad. They're criminals who are forced by Amanda Waller, essentially, to do her bidding, which is to go on an impossible mission where you're most likely going to die, but it's fine because you're exposable bad guys that nobody gives a shit about. And she has plausible deniability, right? If a bunch of evil comic book villains go do something weird or dangerous or blow some people up, who gives a shit? They're not government operatives, right? It's not going to cause an international incident. Check. Yeah, they're just bad guys doing bad things. Pinky, did you see the second one? Did you see the Suicide Squad? Pinky, how's the pregnancy thing going? You know, being preggers. Oh yeah, dude. Bard. Yeah, Bard. This is a Hellboy. These are the pencils that I did for a Hellboy commission. This weekend. I actually printed this out and I finished it traditionally, and I think it came out fucking damn good. Let me see if I could. Let me see if I could show you. Show you that motherfucker. Mm-hmm. Hey, what's up, Kabong? Kabong, did you see the Suicide Squad? I'm getting the Hellboy, so I could show you the finished version. Where art thou, hellish boy? Okay, here. Elizabeth, how are you, buddy? Okay, here we go. this out of the way. Get out of here, phone. All right. So these are the pencils. I printed these motherfuckers out. So how it goes is the image that you just see, the image that you see on my iPad here, I print that out. I print that out at a really, this is darkened. It's a lot more faint than this picture would have you believe. The picture would have you believe that it's like 50% opacity. I actually dropped this down. I dropped the opacity down to about 10%. So I could see it and I can ink it, but not so much that like it's overbearing. And then once the pencils are done, like the second pencils, that's when I get the fuck in there, man. I get in there with the inks, baby. And then it's Ink City. Add a couple white highlights for his eyes. Actually, little highlights over here. Highlight the cross. I actually highlighted his little engravings in his arm, because you know, you got to look at this as indentations, right? So where the light would be hitting, the indentations would be like here, you know, right on the edges, right next to the shadows. Just so I actually added those before I handed it over. But yeah, Hellboy. This is like the second time I've ever drawn Hellboy. I really like the way this came out. I hadn't drawn traditionally. I hadn't drawn a fucking... Dude, I was shitting bricks, man. Because I had forgot that at conventions, when you show up to a convention and you're like, hey, give me money and I'll draw for you. That some people are going to walk up to you and say, here's money, draw for me. And draw quick. Like, draw before I have to leave the convention for the day, because you know, not everybody comes for multiple days. So if somebody's at your table and they're like, how much for a half body, which is what this is, right? I want a half body, 9x12. You're like, all right, that's gonna be like, you know, $100, $125 or whatever. I'm like, okay, how long should I give you? And I'm like, at that point I was like, holy shit, that's right, I gotta do this right the fuck now. You know, there's no like meandering on stream, there's no like doodling a little and then like fucking off and like, you know, jerking off and then coming back and doodling a little bit more and then going to get a snack and come back. And no, you have like, this person doesn't have all fucking day for you to dick around. So get moving, fatty. So that was nerve-wracking, man, to be honest, because it'd been, like I said, it's been about a year and a half at least since I touched pencil to paper. So I was rusty, but it came out surprisingly well. I wish I knew about it earlier to come by. Oh yeah, well, Kabong, I'm doing New York City Comic Con. Bellatrix and I are sharing a table. I'm actually trying to get into Baltimore. I'm I'm thinking about applying to C2E2 because Nikki said I could crash with her, but I don't know. Because dude, I'll be honest. Actually, I've made my own prints. I made my own prints again. Check these guys out. I actually made these bad boys. It's pretty fucking big, dude. Remember, I'm a big boy. I'm not a tiny little baby man. I'm a big boy. This is a big ass print. So I was selling these guys. And actually sold out of these. I didn't print enough. I printed a handful and people just bought their shit on this one and the Loki one and the Ahsoka one, shockingly. The Mando one. I sold out of a bunch. I'm planning to be at New York City. But it's sold out. Ooh wee. Dude, I didn't realize how fast New York City Comic Con sold out. Hey, it holds up in reverse. You know, it's so funny. I didn't really pay attention to that when I was sketching it. All right, speaking of commissions, I actually have another commission that I've been putting off for ages. This one here. Got to work on this one. It didn't even hit general public. Everything was the various pre-sales. Wait, where were they pre-selling tickets for New York City Comic Con? The hope was they'd open up more tickets, but with all this Delta stuff, not likely. How many? Did they say how many tickets they Did they say how many tickets they sold? There's some group you could join for like $100 and get first dibs. What the fuck? How's that how is that legit? So wait. So New York City Comic Con tickets went on sale, and right out of the gate they were gone by people. Like the public didn't even get access to the. All right. So the public did get access to tickets because when I got notified that my table was ready, or my table was accepted at New York City. I checked to see what all right, here's the deal. For a New York City Con table, or an Artist Alley table, it's $500, right? Which is fucking expensive, and money I don't have lying around. So I'm splitting the table with Kate to recoup some of the cost. But like if I wanted somebody else to come, if I wanted my lady to come, they only give you 2 tickets. They give you one ticket for, one ticket for yourself and one ticket for another person. So if you're splitting a table, those are the 2 tickets. So if you want a third person to come, got to fork over money. You have to fork over, I think, $250, I think, for an additional ticket. So it's not cheap, man. It's pretty pricey. So I thought, wait, how much is a 4-day pass? So I went to look at the 4-day passes, and the 4-day were all sold out. And then I did the math. They're selling them individually. So it's like, if you want to go Thursday, it's like $90. If you want to go Friday, it's like $125. I think Saturday's $120. I think Saturday's like $150, and then like Sunday's like $90. I forget exactly what the math is, but we did the math here on stream, and the math, if you want to buy each individual day, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, buy them all individually, it's $415, I think, for the whole 4-day weekend. Fucking insane. Yo, this dude looks sick. How was EternalCon? EternalCon was dope, man. Yo, it was a good fucking good confidence booster. I hadn't done a convention in about 2 years. A little shy. I think like September 2019 was the last con I did. So, just about, 23 months instead of 24 months. So just about 2 years since I've done a con. And I really didn't know, between COVID and like not having a table and like not being sure what the audience was going to be like, or the convention attendees, I had no clue. But I thought, look, it's a local con. I'm not expecting the world. I don't have any expectations. Let me just see how this goes. And I was shocked. I was pleasantly surprised, man, how, people were commissioning me to do original art. People were buying up my prints. People were, like bringing their friends over. I ran out of business cards. I brought like a fat stack of business cards, and I ran out. I didn't even realize. I thought I had plenty, and then like Sunday came and I had none left. I haven't seen exact numbers, but I know Javits isn't at 100% capacity for this event. Yeah, I actually bought some stuff from Bill when she announced she got the table. I was gonna go Friday, Saturday with some buddies, but now I'd happy if I could score just one Friday ticket for me. Wow. So yeah, dude, what like last month the individual tickets were on sale for the public, but I feel like they didn't tell anybody because I didn't see it. I didn't see it anywhere. I think you just had to know. I think like you just had to know if they were on sale or not. That's dope. I'm really glad happy you had a good experience. Yeah, man. Dude, honestly, I was surprised as fuck I even got into New York City Comic Con, man. I've been applying to get into New York City Comic Con for years, man. Like at least 4 to 5 years. Every year I would it's like, all right, hey, our applications are open, limited amount of tables because, you know, we've got, you know, they've got like real deal, like comic art people that, you know, they need to give tables to. And then, you know, and then they let the assholes and schmucks in. Like yours truly, with absolutely no credentials. They let them in at the very end, and if you're lucky, you're able to snatch up a table. So yeah, every year, man. It's like, okay, here we go. Here's my art. Here's my art. What do you say? And then nothing. Fucking crickets. And then, you know, the following year, I'm like, all right, I'm a little bit better. What do you say? Nothing. So much so, I think 2019 I didn't even bother. I think 2019 I was like, you know what, fuck it, dude, I'm just never gonna get it. And then this year I'm like, who gives a shit, man? You know what? This isn't my first fucking rejection rodeo. Come on, man. I've been the fucking rejection rodeo clown for years now, decades at this point. I'm good. So I just tossed my fucking rodeo hat clown. My rodeo clown hat into the ring one more time. And I actually got in. I would love to try Go and Fly Out. Rogers, where are you at, man? Are you guys thinking about doing Emerald City? Ooh, when isn't Emerald City beginning of the year? It's not like February, March? Here's the other thing. Because I'm out of the convention loop, I have no idea when conventions are. So like, unless I hear that it's like, oh hey, they're accepting artist applications for they're accepting artist alley applications for the convention, I've got no idea because I'm not on the mailing list. New York City Comic Con, I was on the mailing list. New York City Comic Con, they were like, hey, we noticed you applied before applications are open. But the rest of them, I haven't a clue. I think it's in December. I'll get in there somehow. I really like to meet you and Bell in person, and Bernard, Sean, and Jerry. Dude, I got to hang out with Sean Chen. A bunch of us got dinner after the show. You know, it's Kreese, Bernie Chang, and Sean Chen, and of course, your boy, Old Forehead here. We got to hang out with those guys. They're fucking delightful, man. Bernie is hysterical. He's hysterical. He's charismatic. He's captivating. He's a great storyteller. Bernie Chang is I love Kreese. Kreese is a fucking Kreese is still Kreese. Kreese is just like the fucking sweetest fucking Korean teddy bear. He's great, man. I can hang out with Kreese all day. I don't know if he would say the same because he's very patient and I'm very grating on him. I don't want to say I'm the Chris Tucker to his Jackie Chan because that's racist across the board. But I feel like Kreese, it is actually Chris, by the way. I don't know if I ever told you that. Kreese,
oh my god, this is racist.
Kreese tolerates my absurdity. But he's a sweetheart, man. And yeah, no, Sean Chen was just like real fucking salt of the earth, dude. Just talking with those guys was awesome. Those guys are a ton of fun. His stream is dope. Dude, Bernard Chang brings the exact same energy from his stream in real life. Like, complete authenticity from that dude. Belle, I was just talking about you. Belle, how are you? What's the news? Also, as always, Belle, Elizabeth, you both are more than welcome to hop on voice chat if you wish. Just a friendly reminder that the door is open. No pressure. I was paying attention. I feel like every pass went to these guys. I'll get in there somehow. Yeah, I want to meet everyone, hang out, buy art. I met Kreese very briefly at a con a while ago. Super nice. So nice. So sweet. Yeah, I was talking about New York City Comic Con. Oh, dude, by the way, I'm so glad I did this convention. Because, dude, how do I say this? I was so out of practice with conventions, like so shockingly out of practice with conventions that I pulled like an all-nighter both for Friday and Saturday. I was up until like 5 o'clock in the morning. I was up till like 5-ish later. I got like 3 to 4 hours of sleep, woke up and went to the con. I look like hell, man. I look like fucking dog shit that had been eaten by another dog and shit out. I look, yeah, I was worn out because my printer broke as I was trying to print. So I was like trying to like unclog my print head. I had to physically take apart my printer and like wash it out with like an ammonia solution. It was a nightmare. I wasted like a garbage bag full of like ink and paper to like fix the printer. It was a mess. You're actually in your car. Belle, you went for a drive? Belle, do you have a big, powerful car? Belle, are you like Dominic Toretto? Well, maybe when I get home. I have to pack, though. That's why I don't do my own prints. Well, the thing is, I'm an asshole, right? I'm a bad print papa. You're supposed to run a head cleaning every month, and you're supposed to do at least one print a week in order to keep your printer functional. Because especially higher end printers use a special kind of dye ink that like it dries quicker. But the thing is when you have a higher end printer, it's more prone to clogging if you don't maintain it. So like the nicer ink dries way faster, which means that it looks great. It looks great, but it means it's gonna clog up. There's a higher likelihood of it clogging up your print heads, which is exactly what happened because I hadn't printed anything in like 3 to 4 months, and I'm such a stupid dumbass that I'm like, hey, I haven't printed anything in 3 or 4 months. It's gonna work. It's just gonna work fine. So yeah, when I'm trying to print all my prints like the night before, and nothing worked, and it blew up in my face, I deserved it. So now I'm probably gonna be just making prints each week, at least 1 or 2, just to make sure that the printer's still going. Actually, since the con on Sunday, I did a bunch. It's like here, I'll show you. So like all these I did in the last few days. All these ones I did just to see. These are I just chose this print as a daily print to do, just to make sure that it didn't clog. It hasn't clogged. Make sure that the ink is flowing through. So, Jay, dude, how come I didn't see you at Eternal? By the way, this is your commission, and I'm working on it right now. I was just telling everybody I hadn't drawn anything traditionally in a very, very, very long time. And I was doodling some commissions quickly at the table at EternalCon. And I was shitting my pants, dude. I was like,
this is the best pussy I've ever tasted.
I wish I was like, this is the best pussy I've ever tasted. I was like, this is a fucking nightmare. I freaked out. In my head, I freaked out for a second because somebody walked over my table. Here, somebody I was showing everybody just a moment ago. Somebody walked over my table and they were like, hey, are you doing commissions? And then I remember I hadn't thought about it. Because I just put my commission sign up because my commission sign is just, you just put it up. So when somebody walked over and they're like, hey, you doing commissions? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, oh, I see. So it's like $100 for like a half body, like pencil and ink. He's like, yeah, let me get Hellboy. And I was like, okay. So yeah, I was showing everybody, these are the pencils. And then these are the inks. This is how it came out. And I actually added some this is a halftone. Which is the halftone. You actually see, oh wow, fuck, you can actually zoom in and see. Wow, I didn't know damn iPhone 8. I can't believe that the fucking you could actually see the halftone on that bad boy. But yeah, I tossed a slight gradient halftone on this motherfucker, and it came out good in my humble opinion. I think it came out a fucking lot. I'll tell you what, it came out a lot better than I thought it would, considering that I hadn't drawn anything traditionally in a all right, none of 2020 that I didn't touch a single fucking piece of paper in 2020. I honestly can't remember the last thing I drew traditionally, man. So I'm gonna say it's been at least a year and a half, if not 2 years, of no traditional art from me. So yeah, I was freaking out, man, because I'm like, all right, fuck, man. I haven't drawn traditionally in a year and a half to 2 years. This is gonna suck. Hey, Katie.
Hey, I don't know if this is gonna work or not, so tell me if it's really shitty.
Can you guys hear Katie?
Because this is my phone.
What kind of phone is it? A fancy?
You know, I mean, it's an iPhone, but if
Ooh.
it's bad, you just tell me and I'll hop on out till I get home.
No, it's not bad. It's not bad.
Okay.
You said, how old did you say your car was? 29 years old?
Well, I've had it. Well, no, it's more like 20. I've had it since I was 18.
Damn.
So it's almost at 30,000 miles.
Wait, is that the car you lost your virginity in?
No, not this car. I lost my virginity in my boyfriend's car. So no, but
All
this
right.
car's seen a lot, you know.
I bet it has.
Yeah.
I hope you've cleaned that thing.
You know, I hope I have to.
I started doing the Battle of the Sketches Bernard and the guys do. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of geeked out the first time they liked and commented on my post. So motivational for me to continue to get better. I have not done that yet, but I think I might now.
How was your convention?
What's up, Evo? It was great, honestly. Like, it wasn't like, it wasn't like the best con I've ever been to. You know, like, it was just,
Sure.
it felt good to be back at it. And,
Yeah.
And to be honest, I was quite surprised at how receptive and, like, nice everybody was. And, like, by receptive, I mean, this is gonna sound maybe like, I don't know, maybe a little rude. But the way I think of it is, Artist Alley, it's kind of like you're at a mall. Or, like, it's kind of like, I'm struggling to find the appropriate analogy. But, you know, if Evo is there, if Liz is there, if Kabong is there, Sloppy Octopus, dude, it was great meeting you in person. I got to hang out with Sloppy Octopus a little bit at the con. He was wearing a dope necklace and a dope t-shirt. Sloppy Octopus? Sloctopus? Anyway. It was great seeing Sloctopus. And Sloctopus wasn't the only one. There was actually a couple other people like, hey, I've seen your stream before. One of the other artists in Artist Alley was like, dude, I've seen your work on Instagram. Which is like, they're like the small little things, but it was like, oh wow, dude, I'm not some people actually like somewhat familiar with me. That's pretty neat.
That's really cool.
But all that aside is, you never know, right? Like, you never know where you stand if the art that you're making is good enough for people to, like, actually want.
Yeah.
It's because, like, on stream, we're friends, right? Not just, like, me and you, Katie, but, like, everybody here. Like, we're all friendly, right? At the very least, you're part of the community, right? So you're not going to come in here and be like, you know, oh, your art is shit, your art sucks. of course you guys are gonna be nice. If I tell you guys, hey, what do you think of this piece? Oh, it looks really nice. Good job. You know, same thing with like your friends and family. If you show them pieces, they're gonna be very complimentary or supportive. And then even your peers, they might tell you to tweak things, but they're never gonna be like, oh no, this is garbage. You made trash. You should delete that. You just made all of art a little worse by making this. You should really get rid of this. Right? Nobody's gonna tell it to you. But one of the barometers for knowing if your art isn't necessarily good, but if it's desirable, is if people are like, you know what, I want to put my hard-earned money to own this so I could bring this in my house. Hello, stranger. I've never seen you before. I don't know you. I don't care anything about you or what you're doing. I saw this art from afar, and I would like to now own this art. Right? Yeah. That's the thing. I'm not saying that you should use how many sales you make to validate your art, whether your art is great or not. But it is one indicator on if your art is reaching a person. It's not the be all end all, but it is a small way. So seeing that assurance was a good feeling, because you never know, man. Yeah,
for sure.
What's up, Seizure? So yeah. And like that, and like having people come over and be like, yeah, no, I want you to draw something. I want to give you, also the other thing is, one thing to spend $10 or $20 on a print or $10 on a book. It's another thing to say, here's $150. Draw me something that I could keep traditionally. Like, I trust that you're going to do something in the next 2 hours that it's going to be good enough for me to want to own. Like, that's, you know, some next level stuff. You just made art worse. I might use that someplace. Steal it, Evo. It's yours. You set humanity back decades by creating that. Congratulations. You know who gives the best criticism? Skullbash.
It's $5.
Hey, $5. Thank you for the. I still think this girl's hot. Whatever her name is. Invader V. The femme dominatrix.
It doesn't cost you that much to sub.
Drecruous, friend adjacent to Mike's smiley face. Hi, Evo. Hi, everyone.
Dread says hi, everyone. He gives a little tongue out smiley face. Thank you, Dread. I appreciate that. And Skullbash does give excellent. Also, Jason Mignola, how is your asthma, dude? Are you okay? Skullbash is probably one of the best people to show your art to if you really want good feedback. Because Skullbash is a friend, so he's not going to be rude. He's not going to be nasty. But even if he wasn't, he's a kind person, so he's not just gonna tear you apart. But he will be critical. But it's not the critical where you can't do anything with it. He'll be the good kind of critical.
Like, constructive criticism.
Exactly, like actionable critique, where he's like, okay, I see what you're trying to do here. I think it would be better if you did A, B, C, or D. Right? I see this. Here's how you can elevate it. And he comes from a place of professionalism, respect, and knowledge. I remember when I first found out about you, it was a piece you did down in the East Village. No shit, Ricochet. Wow, fuck, I haven't worked in the East Village in like a fucking decade, man. He gives completely fair, constructive critique. Absolutely. Hey, vitamins. Yeah, Jason Mignola on YouTube says, man, I've been sick for a bit. Asthma issues. It's a work in progress. Damn, dude. That's... Sorry to hear.
Hey, you're the best.
Seizure. Thank you, Seizure. Do they call you Little Seizure sometimes? On the streets?
So is that con in New York?
Long Island, but yeah, New York. Long Island, New York.
Okay.
Yeah, not in Manhattan proper or any of the 5 boroughs, but Long Island, Long Island is almost large enough to be its own state.
Yes, I've never been there.
It sucks. We're trying out different medications. Yeah, I'll probably be attending cons next year. Fuck, man. Dude, you mind telling me about your asthma? My lady suffers with asthma. She takes she takes, is it albuterol? I mean, I used to take, oh, she takes a Singular at night. Singular? I used to take that shit too. And then she has an emergency inhaler, and then she takes a nightly inhaler. Advair, maybe? But yeah, we also have the nebulizer as well, in case, you know, shit hits the fan. Which, by the way, I don't know if you guys knew this, but I had bad childhood asthma, man. I was hospitalized a handful of times. And it was pretty fucking scary when I was a kid. My lungs were garbage. Yes, they call me Little Caesar.
Now?
Oh, it went away. I hit up puberty, and then I went from being like 210 pounds and like 5'8" to being, you know, 6'1", broad, and no asthma.
Oh.
It was like some fairy godmother came one night and just knocked
You.
blessed me with better genetics overnight.
That was pretty nice.
You're fucking a white male! You're a white man!
Jason said, "Man, they didn't approve Advair. Why? They don't like it? Is that bad?" Maria, hello Maria, welcome back. Mike is from Krypton, confirmed. Puberty was super soldier serum for Mike. It really was, dude. I had if you're wondering why I have any of the personality that I do, is because I had in my adolescence consigned myself to being the funny fat kid. I was a roly-poly, I was a big boy, and I'm just like, you know what, dude? If I'm ever gonna get laid, it's gonna be by making a woman laugh and feeling maybe a little bit of pity for me. That's what it was.
Oh my gosh.
But luckily, when I was younger, at least, not now, but in my teens and my 20s, I was handsome for a little bit, so I didn't have to say much. Matter of fact, if memory serves, a couple women have told me that I'm way more attractive the less I say. So I just had to show up and just not say anything.
Oh my god.
Puberty was super soldier serum. Pity sex still counts, says Kabong. Yeah, I got this generic version of Air Duo, which is a weak substitute for Advair. Fuck, man, it's because Advair isn't covered by your health insurance? It's a good strategy that I can relate to, says Rogers. I guess I could fuck this guy. That's the motto. You know? Guys, look at this drink, dude. Look at the size of this fucking thing, dude. I asked the dude at the movie theater. This is Pepsi Zero, by the way. I asked the dude at the movie theater. I said, dude, how many ounces in this? Anybody want to guess the ounces in this? Anyone?
I can't see it, so I don't know.
It's about as big, maybe a little bit bigger than the size of my whole head.
Oh Jesus. 64.
All right, let's see. We got 50, 40, 96. All right, here. It's 52 ounces. It's 52 fucking ounces, dude. Ricochet, you got it, baby. You win. What do you win? Nothing. Hey, JMR. Welcome, JMR. 118. Yeah, I had 3 different drugs denied till they settle on what I'm taking, and it's helping out, but not enough. Fuck, man. Jason, that sucks, dude. I'm so sorry to hear that, man. Really, truly. I know how fucking scary that is, man, to not be able to breathe. It's a fucking nightmare.
That's really shitty, too, that you can't breathe, and then insurance is just like, nah, man, we're just not gonna cover better medicine for you. Like, that's so stupid.
Yeah, it is stupid. It's welcome to the medical healthcare system in America.
I saw this poll the other day on Instagram. I don't know who posted it, but it was something like, they were asking questions about healthcare, and it was like, if you are in America, have you not gone to the doctor because you were concerned that you couldn't pay for like the procedure? And it was something like, I think it was like 95% of people
Holy
said
shit.
yes, they had not gone to the doctor before because
Oh my god, that's so
were
fucked
concerned
up.
about costs. Yeah, I was like, okay, you can't tell me that that's not a problem, you know?
That is that's a nightmare, man. I have epilepsy. That's why seizure art. Yeah, but you know who else seizes up on here? Ellie Pop.
Ellie.
She seizes like a motherfucker. But Belle says it's sexy when Pop seizes.
God.
Pop seizures are Belle's favorite part. Luxury bones. Yes, teeth are luxury bones. The only time I had trouble breathing was when my lung collapsed. I had a friend who was in a car accident and he literally tried to walk it off. And his girlfriend's like, your breathing sounds really fucking weird. And he's like, I'm fine. And then she's like, no, we're taking you to the hospital. And yeah, one of his lungs collapsed. That fucking dick, dude. Like insurance doesn't cover any dental. I haven't been to a doc in decades. Well, losing weight can help too, which I've been. They're gonna try to get Advair approved after a month on this crap isn't doing the job. Hey Vig, may I ask how much you weigh? If you don't want to tell me, by all means. By the way, Jason Vignola and I grew up together. Jason and his brother Michael went to school with my sister, and you know, we hung out too because our parents were friends. Just proving I am a human being. I was a child once. The new trend is calling an Uber instead of an ambulance. Yes. Yeah, something I learned by watching John Oliver last week is that, did you guys know that ambulances and like EMS workers, they're not covered? Like they're not part of like like they're their own thing. Like it's the reason why you get charged $3,000, $1,000, $2,000 for riding an ambulance is because they don't count as emergency service for some fucking weird reason. So because of that, they passed not the savings, but they passed the cost of them existing to you, the consumer. So people have just been skipping ambulances and yet using an Uber to go to the hospital. But the problem with that is, as I learned, is that Uber drivers, they'll get you to the hospital, but they might get you to the wrong hospital. For example, if you're having like a very specific issue, maybe you're having a heart issue or a lung issue or a kidney issue or whatever, man. Maybe it's pediatric. Maybe you need, for some reason, a pediatric surgeon. There's a high probability that the EMS workers, the people in the ambulance, are going to know exactly what hospital to take you, whereas the Uber driver doesn't know a fuck. What the fuck does the Uber driver know about where to send you, what hospital to take you to? EMT stuff is not being essential is one of the stupidest things we do here, and that's a high bar. Yeah, I have an ambulance bill of like $3,000. Really, dude? Holy shit, why? And Vig says he's at 330 pounds. After the injury, I gained a lot of weight. What kind of injury was it? The American dream sounds like a nightmare. The American dream is it's a dream that exists for some. You know? Like if you've got the money to afford health insurance, a good health insurance via your job, or if you can afford it on your own, then you're good. But if you're like a poor or part of the dwindling middle class, then you're kind of fucked. Open elbow fracture happened in 2018. Fuck. That sounds really fucking painful, dude. If you can sit in a waiting room for 3 hours, then drive yourself. If you need to be seen immediately, take an ambulance. Yeah. I drove myself to the hospital when my lung went, but I didn't know that it went when I was driving. Holy shit. So it's car accident, had a family member that had to be ambulanced, so it's legit, but still, it's a oh, fuck, man. Is there anything you could do to make that less? Yeah, so ambulances will like specifically not be on your health insurance plan because, like I said, because of EMT workers, because they don't count as emergency services. They don't They don't get, like, they're like fucking essentially a private business. It was. I got a pretty big scar at my forearm. How'd it happen? State insurance here covers ambulance rides. Oh, that's pretty good. I didn't know that. Welcome back, Belle.
Thank you.
Are you on your computer now?
Yeah, do I sound okay?
No, you said no. You just sound clear.
Okay, yeah, I'm on my computer now. I'm home.
Isn't emergency an EMT though? Yeah, right. Yeah, emergency EMS is literally emergency medical service. What's the T stand for in EMT?
Transport, probably. Right?
No idea.
Emergency medical transport?
Ambulance doesn't have time to get all that info from you.
Technician.
Technician? Tech? In Alhambra, California, we have this thing where you can pay $100 for the year and you get free ambulance ride if you need. At work, I tripped over a pipe and all my weight landed on my elbow on concrete. Fuck. Did you get what's that called? Disability?
Workers' comp?
Workers' comp? Thank you. Without the state insurance, though, it's $300 a ride. $300 is cheap, man. In New York City, I think you're paying at least $1,000.
Yeah.
I mean, Colombian health system isn't the best, but it's not as bad as the gringo one. Yeah, no, dude, it's pretty rough if you don't have health insurance, or if you got shitty health insurance.
I technically have like supposedly okay health insurance, but honestly, like it's pretty shitty still. Like I just tried to switch to a birth control, like a different birth control, and it's a newer one, and they don't want to cover it because it's like a new one. They're like, no, this isn't necessary, and I'm like, I feel like I should be able to choose that, you know?
Right. Yeah, that does seem like something you should be able to choose.
Mm-hmm. Like I feel like any birth control should automatically be covered.
Workers' comp, yep, and personal injury settlement has been finalized as well. Hey, did you get some muns, buddy? Well, traffic here is nothing like New York City. Fortunately, we have good health insurance. Oh, good. In U.S., AMBO rides, I believe, are typically in the $1,000 to $3,000 range, depending on where you live, which is horrible. Rumpy is fading into the lurk zone. I wonder where she's going off to. Hey, Bill, have you hung out with Rump yet? Rump hops on voice chat sometimes.
I don't think so. I think I've heard them on voice with you like once or twice. I've been really AWOL lately though, so
What have you been up
I
to?
haven't been around much. My life's been a shit show.
Oh,
So
no.
I've been trying to get that under control. But every now and again, I'll like pop in for a few minutes and listen when I can. Or I've actually been watching your pods on YouTube.
Aw, I hope they've been
because I
fun.
miss hanging out. Yeah, I always enjoy getting to hear you guys, even if I'm not here for the actual thing. So, you know, I miss you all.
Maria, thank you for coming by. I appreciate it.
Oh, bye, Maria.
Have a good day, Maria, or good night. Actually, it's 9 o'clock. Gonna spend some time with the hubbarino before he snoozes. All right, enjoy. Are you guys gonna bang?
You're gonna ask that.
We're gonna bang.
But yeah, I'm leaving for MegaCon in the morning.
Oh fuck, that's right.
And,
you
yep.
and Kreese are gonna be there.
Oh, Kreese is there?
Kreese is gonna be there too.
I have to try to find him. I should introduce him to my sister. They could become a couple.
Oh, I don't know if Kreese enjoys white women.
I don't know either. My sister is all about that K-pop culture though, so you know.
Oh yeah, listen, Kreese is very Korean.
I know.
Oh, long
This
distance.
was my thought process.
Oh shit, that's right. Rumpy's husband isn't near her.
Oh.
So yeah,
That's not fun.
it's all right. I'm sure he'll enjoy your titties over Skype or whatever. Pink says, yeah, insulin is expensive. How did you add that gray tone to the Hellboy picture? Oh, here, Sloppo, check this out. I think Kreese is a girlfriend. Yeah, but listen. She's all the way in Korea, so what she know can't hurt her.
She's pretty sexy too, so.
Yeah. Yeah, Belle's got I'm sure I don't think I've ever seen your sisters, but I'm sure if they're half as lovely as you, Belle, I'm sure they're very, very nice to look at.
They are pretty lovely.
So here, this Hellboy here, if you zoom in, those are just dots. Them is just dots that I cut out and pasted on top of this. Also known as halftone, also known as screen tone, also known as zip-it-tone. Is this stuff right here? That's what this is. These are deleter screen tones. What you do is you take it out, you place it over the art, and then you cut it out with a X-Acto knife, and then you peel it off. You peel off the part that you don't want. These are expensive though. These are like $5 a pop. So I don't whip these out willy-nilly. But I do save these for for traditional commissions like this Doctor Doom one. It's like this Doctor Doom one that I'm doing for Jason. I'm definitely gonna whip out some screen tone for it. That's amazing. I'm trying to take my traditional to the next level. Yep, waiting for it to be deposited in my account, hopefully next week. Good for you, Jason. But I'm sorry to hear about your elbow, man. That's not good. I mean, great that you got a settlement. Great that you got some workers' comp. It sucks what it took to get some of that, though. Right, belly tricks?
Yes, injuries are never fun, but it is a plus if your job at least pays for it.
Are you excited to do MegaCon?
I am. Yeah, I feel a little underprepared maybe because again, things just been such a whirlwind that I'm honestly not even fully packed right now. My art stuff is packed, but my clothes are not packed. So I probably won't stay for too long because I gotta go do that. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to be back at a convention. I have no idea what to expect. I realized I have a shit ton too many prints, so I should be like good to go for New York. So that's, I guess, good.
You ordered them from Jossie Bear?
Yeah, well, I didn't order that many new ones. I just ordered like my Lord of the Rings ones that I just did, and then a few other ones. But I got so many the previous year because I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do conventions, and then everything fell through. But I was like putting them all in like a little portfolio folder, and I counted, and I think I have 42 different prints, which is
holy shit, dude, that's a ton.
Ridiculous. I know, it's a ridiculous number. So, oh, I need to sell these before I order anything.
How many of each do you have?
Some of them is like the ones that I just ordered. Some of them I only got like 5 or 10 in each. Most of them I'm bringing, like if I think that they're gonna sell more, I brought like 15, maybe 20 of the ones that I know are like people like, but most of them I only brought like 5 or 10.
Nice.
So, yeah. We'll see. It'll be a good learning con because again, it's not like I've done this a bunch of times, so I don't really know what to expect. But yeah, if nothing else, it'll be fun.
Oh shit! Sorry, I'm reading what Jason wrote. This is something I didn't know. I mean, I want to ask you more about con stuff, but
No, you're fine.
when you pay workers, you got to pay workers comp back 66% of what they paid you when you do a personal injury settlement. I had to pay them
What?
115 out of the settlement. Oof, that is a fucking ton of money.
That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, that's not great. Hey Vig, that's not great. That's amazing. I'm trying to take my traditional art to the next level. Belle, what's your best-selling print?
Historically, it's my Iron Giant one.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, that one seems to be like... At TwitchCon, I think I sold out of that one, and I had to order more of them, so... Yeah, we'll see. I'm hoping the Lord of the Rings one's too, okay?
Jason says... It's so you don't double dip. Okay, yeah, I see what you mean. So because they're already paying you, and they're going to be giving you a settlement, so they get to recoup some of their money back. Still, though, it's fucking... That's intense, man.
What is your best-selling print?
From years ago, I don't have the fucking foggiest. I forgot.
Oh, wow.
But this weekend, it was Loki. Hang on, let me see. I could show you because what happened was after TwitchCon, I took my TwitchCon portfolio and I gave it to a comic book store. I mean, for like,
Oh, really?
not for funsies. I gave it as, you know, like consignment. Like, hey, here are my prints. If people are interested, now you have them to sell. Let me know. So where are you? I'll show you the ones that I sold out of. Where are you? Here we go. You make your own prints. I do. Here. So the Mandalorian one. The Mandalorian Baby Yoda. Sold out. I had to print more. The Miles Morales. This Miles Morales one. Also sold out. This Ahsoka one, a lot of Star Wars Ahsoka nerds. The 501st Legion were at the convention, so there were a ton of Star Wars people walking around. So a lot of Ahsoka fans like this one, especially from the show. And then a lot of Loki fans. There were a ton of variants walking around the con, so a bunch of them picked this guy up.
That's smart that you made that.
And then this one was the surprise. I wasn't even gonna include this in the mix, but people like, yeah. I sold a ton of these. Not a ton, but, you know, for me a ton.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lady D from a game I never played.
Those are all great drawings.
Yeah, maybe it's the big titties, the tickle bitties that they liked, but Jason says, you are making a settlement with the party responsible. You're making a settlement with the party responsible for the place it happened, which isn't the same as workers' comp, which is your employer. Oh, what the fuck, man? That's weird, then. So wait, what? Yeah, I feel like in that case, I feel like they should let you double dip. You know, you should get the workers' comp from your employer, and then the settlement from the people who are responsible. But those feel like they should be two different things. You know? I don't know. Maybe that's just... me being greedy. Oh, here, I'm looking at Dr. Doom. Various Dr. Doom references. To see how I want to draw his hand. But none of them are really jumping out at me. Anyway. Whatever is current in pop culture seems like it would sell well. Yes. I will tell you one thing that's sad, though. One thing that was a bummer for me was that my highest selling prints, all the ones that I just showed you, all of them, none of them are from a comic book. Which sounds like, what are you talking about? Those are all comic book characters. Yes, technically. But it's really Loki not from any comic book, not from the Loki comic. not from a Thor comic, not from an Avengers comic. Loki from the TV show. Loki. You know, Loki from the MCU is what's sold. Lady D's from a video game. Miles Morales is not Miles Morales from, the fuck was that Marvel universe that they made in like 2006 or whatever. The Extreme Universe? Whatever, man. It's not comic book Miles, it's Miles from Into the Spider-Verse. Like, Spider-Verse Miles is the Miles that sells. Not comic book Miles. Nobody gives a shit about comic book Miles. Ahsoka, not from a comic book. Ahsoka is from Star Wars. Mandalorian also from Star Wars. So here I am at a comic book convention, essentially doing comic book art, I haven't worked for a big comic book company, but I essentially do what is more or less comic book covers. But none of the prints that I sold the most of had anything to do with comic books, like one-to-one. Instead, it's anything comic book related is from offshoots of comic book stuff. So that was kind of a bummer, because then you realize, like, oh, that's right, people aren't buying comic books anymore. People are buying manga, and people are watching the TV shows and the movies. But yeah.
That, and I think, webtoons. Although I don't know if you see a lot of like character art at a convention, but
Gotta draw me them K-pop gals. K-pop smear. The media stuff is definitely more popular. How many of your commissions were comic book related? See, now that, it's funny, that was actually the comic book collector types. So it was Hellboy, comic book Hellboy. Oh, but you know what? It was comic book Hellboy. It was Grifter from Wildcats in the 90s. So that's two comic book characters. Good catch. But the third one was Morph from the 90s X-Men TV show. Well, Morph wasn't. Well, that's the thing. Morph wasn't in the comic books. I don't remember. I think I could. Didn't they make the character Morph just for the show? I know a ton of people love the MCU that have never and would never buy a comic book. Yeah, so Rogers, that is an interesting point. So I guess traditional art, the people that are probably more interested in buying traditional art, I'm assuming, are comic book nerds. But maybe the people who are more interested in buying prints are, the new fans. Bella, how much of your 40 some odd prints, what would you say the ratio is, just off the top of your head, fan art to like your own original art?
I probably should have more fan art than what I do. I'm actually starting to work more that way. It's probably about 50-50, something like that. But with that being said, this is the weird thing about me, is that my fan art is it's not necessarily like the mainstream stuff. You're over here doing like the really cool characters that everybody knows. Mine's like weird shit, like the Iron Giant, Phantom of the Opera, and what else do I have? Lord of the Rings. I don't know, it's like off-brand shit.
Off-brand.
Yeah, there's some anime stuff that I've done. So there's good and bad to it, because the thing is, like, obviously if you're making, the mainstream characters, those are probably going to sell. Like, for sure, there's going to be people there that are interested in those. The downside to that is that there's probably going to be a lot of other artists that have those. Whereas if you, like, for me, Like, I think why my Iron Giant print did so well in the past is because there's a lot of people that do really love that.
Yeah.
And it's not something you see super often.
No, you don't.
Know? Same thing with like Phantom of the Opera. It's not necessarily something that it's not like a comic book thing, but there is a fandom there and it's not something you see often. So if you find the right people that like that and get excited about it, they are more likely to just automatically buy that because there's nobody else in the place that has something to compete with that. Whereas if it's a mainstream thing, that person might be willing to buy all of the whatever it is, that Star Wars character if they really love it, but they might be like, oh, I'm just gonna buy one, my favorite one. So I guess there's pros and cons.
There is. Roger says, gotta look at price point and age. I bet your commissions were older. Average age of 30. Yeah, you know what they were? They weren't, you know, young kids that were asking to commission me. They were the older kind of people.
The Bong, you know, I feel like I haven't done enough conventions to know for sure. What I have seen from like the convention that I did do, and even just from like the people that do buy my art, is if you do hit those more niche fandoms and you do find the people that really like them, they do seem pretty willing to buy those things. So I don't think that it's a bad thing. I just think that you have to realize that you're marketing to a smaller crowd. So I think it could be hit or miss. You know, if you go to the right places, if you go to the right conventions and there's that group of people there, then you're fine, but you're always taking the risk that those people aren't at that place, and you might not sell as much. I think you're probably always taking the risk that, like, if you're doing solely just really popular things, those will probably always sell to some extent. I just enjoy doing the other things more. Like that's what I like doing. So that's just what I've chosen to do so far because it brings me joy more than anything. And I find people that want it eventually, and that's okay with me.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. You probably could make more money if you skewed. If I've got a friend who does this stuff, and he's successful at it, but he is way more of the. Hey, later, Rogers. Thanks for hanging out. My friend is more of the. He takes money first. Money first, artwork second. Point of view.
Yeah.
So what he does is, and also he caters more towards kids. So he chases the quantity over quality end of it. So Rogers brought up like, all right, well, what are the demographics for the people who hire you to do traditional art? And that is guys who are in their 30s who like collecting comic book art. Right, that's more their bag, right? So they're more likely to read comic books, and then they're more likely to admire or at least, you know, cherish traditional art, right? And I know a bunch of guys like that. I mean, I'm not too dissimilar from that myself. I've got a couple of pieces from artists who I adore, whose work I admire, and having their traditional art pieces as mine, it's pretty fucking awesome. But that's not who this guy is chasing, my friend. He chases the kids who are at the con who are asking their parents for like $1 for a sticker, or a couple bucks for like a magnet or like a keychain. Like, so it's like low price point items that he can churn out quickly. It's very cutesy stuff, and it's very cutesy and it's very relevant. So Suicide Squad came out last week, so he probably would have had a Suicide Squad print, and then within that print, all the cute characters, he would have turned them into, he would have ran them through the merch, you know, through the merch machine. So they would have been, like I said, magnets, keychain, stickers, all that stuff. This way, kid walks by, maybe he's a big fan of, I mean, I don't know why a kid would be a fan of Harley Quinn. I mean, that's wildly inappropriate for their age group, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Maybe they're a fan of Baby Groot from Guardians of the Galaxy, let's say. Guess who's got a Baby Groot? You know, even if he had never even seen Guardians of the Galaxy, he would do a print. I saw him with a Demon Slayer print. I was like, dude, I know you watched fucking anime. I know you watched Demon Slayer. He's like, I don't. I've never seen it. But people love Demon Slayer, so I made a print. Like, that's what he does. But to me, that sounds like a nightmare to me. Because at that point, if you're just drawing stuff to sell a print, so you can go on the road and do conventions and just hawk your wares to any kid that's willing to buy it, to me, at that point, you've turned your art. Then it's not about your art at all. It's about you hawking prints and stickers. You're one of those. You're like, again, no shade, but to me that sounds like a nightmare. Because at that point, you've turned something awesome, which is, you know, kind of being your own boss and like drawing what you want to draw and having an awesome community to support your artwork and your adventure, your journey. You've turned that into a day job, man. You've turned what's really fucking like this kind of like really cool indie beautiful thing, in my opinion, where like, yeah, you make your own hours, you draw what you want, you know, you talk to you do the conventions you want. You've turned that into like a horrible 9-to-5. To me, that sounds like a prison.
Yeah, no, I mean, I agree. It's definitely one way to tackle it. And there's definitely times like I'll get commissions for things that I'm not super enthused about, that I'll be like, okay, I'll do this. But for me, like the way that I look at it, like my dream with it is to be like, I would rather eventually, like I'd rather go more towards the fine art side of it and be selling more like big ticket items, which is harder to sell and you sell less. But again, you have to sell less if you're pricing higher. But that's a completely different thing, and you probably are going to, unless you're like become really big. Like I probably am going to make less than that person that's really hustling and doing all of the like really popular things. But that's not what I want to do, you know?
Right.
Like I want to do something that brings me joy. I don't want to kill the thing that I'm passionate about and just turn it into my boring day job thing. So yeah, it's just different approaches, I guess.
Same. Business-wise, it probably makes sense to have smaller, low-ticket items that are selling in volume to help you pay for the table and stuff. Then hope you sell a couple of big tickets to really make a profit. Yeah. So, for example, Sunday, a bunch of people. I had the old signage from TwitchCon. I didn't bother to print out anything new. So it was I had like maybe like a handful of copies left of Shit Show, and those sold like the first day. They were gone. People were like, what's this book thing? And I'm like, oh fuck, that's right. So I took the book and I kind of flipped through it. I'm like, hey, listen, man, there's not safe for work stuff in here, so be careful. Just giving you a heads up. These were adults. I didn't really have it on the table because I knew kids were going to be there, because it's like TwitchCon really isn't for like you don't see like babies like walking around, like no strollers, but like at a comic convention you're way more likely to see kids walking around. So I actually I kind of had the Shit Show books kind of like off to the side and not really around, because I didn't want any like youngster. And there were a couple, especially with the Miles Morales stuff and like the, you know, like you saw a lot of dads like, look, it's Miles Morales, so and so, and they're like, oh la la la, you know, like little kids, they fucking like Spider-Man, you know. So yeah, no, people bought the Shit Show book really fast. Actually, I'm out of copies. But with that said, Sunday was the day where people were walking up to my table asking me for stickers. And they were asking me for stickers because the sign that I had made said like stickers for $1, because I had printed out a bunch of stickers for TwitchCon. Like stickers of my emotes, mostly stickers of my emotes. So like, you know, the privilege emote, the Bart Simpson emote, you know, my face making a weird face, that's a sticker. Even like the skull logo, which I think is still I don't know if it's still the channel's icon, but that, I think it's the Discord. Yeah, I think it's the Discord icon too. That skull thing I turned into a sticker, and I was just giving it away for free. Here we go. I gotta roll these suckers. Do you have a hype emote? I do have a hype emote. And I don't know if I turned that into a sticker, but the hype emote is literally the creepy old dude from the ass to ass scene in Requiem for a Dream. But I didn't bring them to this con because the stickers that I had, thank you, Kabong. The stickers that I have, those are more for Twitch people, like the people in the community that want to come by and like buy a stupid sticker. I didn't bring them with me because I'm like, there's no context for me to be at a comic book convention. Thank you, Alpha. There's no... I'm coming for those stickers. Yeah, dude, I brought this, man. This was on the floor underneath the table, kicked off to the corner. I had these. I'm like, because after you left, I was like... Slotopus walked over, and I was like, dude, let me give you a sticker. He's like, okay, cool. And I couldn't find him anywhere. And then I'm like... And then he left. I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm like, I fucking know I packed these. I fucking I'm like, am I losing my goddamn mind? Did they fall out of my bag? So after you left, I tore up the entire back part of my booth, and I found it like the roll. It must have like literally just fell out of my bag and like rolled across underneath. Anyway, I didn't bring the Twitch stickers because why the hell would anybody want like Asian Bart Simpson or, you know, the creepy old guy with the ass to ass thing? They don't make any sense. Like out of context, they make zero sense. And I don't even know how well they succeed as stickers. Like privilege, like what does that even, you know, like the privilege? My daughter is a sticker fiend. Does she like skulls though? Would she have liked the fucking skull sticker? That's how I feel about trying to do comic book art or fantasy art for commissions. How do you feel? What do you mean, SG? Nice Doom. Thank you, Chaos. Can I buy some of those skull and ass to ass ones?
I have your skull on my iPad cover.
You have it on my what?
On my iPad case.
Aw, that's sweet. All right, yeah, Vic, get some rest, dude. Feel better, man. I'm gonna be hammering this away. I'm probably gonna start inking this tonight. Chasing trends with the art to make a living. Yes. Now, I don't mind it. Like, so, for example, I don't really love Demon Slayer. I don't. Like, I enjoy it. It's a good show. I'm not shitting on it. It's just not really my cup of tea. I much prefer Jujutsu Kaisen. I would love to do a Jujutsu Kaisen piece. Maybe from that first, maybe especially that first scene. I don't know any of their fucking names either. Where the main dude with the pink hair first fights that big ass demon, and then he starts getting his ass handed to him, and then the fucking the other dude has to show up and kind of save his ass before he dies. Wait, what's that, Bell?
I said Jujutsu Kaisen is good.
Yes. And then like at the very end, that white haired dude shows up and he's got like sweet treats.
Jojo.
He shows up at the very end of that first encounter, right, with like treats and stuff. Right before they capture the main character, because he ate that fucking big demon. Anyway, like that whole intro scene, I would be with like the fucking like with the wolves and like that would be really fucking dope to draw. I would personally like that. I think that could be so much fun. I would love to have a print of that made. I'm like hyping myself into it, so maybe this week I'll start cracking at that. But like Demon Slayer, I know. Most likely Demon Slayer there are so many Demon Slayer like cosplay types walking around, and I saw Demon Slayer like car decals, like Nezuko. Like I saw a dude, I was literally behind a dude driving into the parking lot of this convention, and he had a Nezuko a back windshield decal of her giving the middle finger to the cars behind her. Like it's that kind of like, that's how ubiquitous Demon Slayer is. So if I made a Demon Slayer print, it would probably sell. If I made some Demon Slayer stickers, they would probably sell. But I don't want to. I don't want to. Like even the lady Dimitrescu, or however you say her fucking name, I drew that because she's got big tits and it was a fun drawing. I draw ladies with big tits all the time, so I just made her tits comically big, and I was able to like hop on a trend, but it was fun. Not the same for Demon Slayer. And yeah, SG, I'm with you, dude. I don't want to be drawing just so I could sell a print at a con. That sucks. That's balls. And maybe that's not very cash money of me. You know, where's my capitalism? But yeah, no, I don't care, man. I don't want to. Wait, so Bella, are you nervous at all? I don't know if I already asked you that. If you're nervous for doing this con.
I don't think I'm nervous now. This is what it is, you know. Either I go and it's good and I have, you know, I sell things, or I go and it's not that good and I learn. So it's fine. I think I think it'll be okay. My sisters are going with me, so.
Are y'all splitting an Airbnb?
No, we have a hotel room, so we're just gonna stay in a hotel room together. And I think it's like a nice hotel that just connects you to the convention center.
Oh, that's gonna be easy to do.
Yeah, it'll make life easy. So they'll help me, and it'll be nice to not be there by myself.
Yeah, hell yeah. No, being at a convention, I went with myself to this convention, and it wasn't even like, it was a local con. But just being at the table by yourself it fucking sucks. It's boring.
Yeah, after a while, it's long. So
you know what I did though? You know what I did, and I found this to be better because I'm so used to like. So I don't know if you guys can quite clearly see, I'm standing up. So look here, look, this is me walking around. Sometimes every now and then we get new people in here. Oh, I got a new mic stand, by the way. My old mic stand broke. We get new people in here and they're like, are you standing up? Because they'll see me, like, they'll think I'm sitting down, and then I'll do something like this. Whoa, you know, like I'll move around in a way that's impossible to do if you're sitting down. They'll be like, wait, is he standing up? And I'm literally, and then you know, last week there was a guy saying, you draw standing up, as if it was like some weird, like some strange, crazy thing that I was doing. So I just got like in this habit of like standing up, like I'm drawing and like being engaging and I'm standing up. So at my table, it felt weird to sit down. So I just stood up, and that's how like I was able, and it was kind of nice because I was able to engage people like eye to eye, versus it's kind of weird when you're sitting at your table and you know you're sitting down and they're standing up and then they're kind of like hovering over you. It's weird. It's kind of like you guys ever walk and try to have a conversation with a friend while they're eating, you know, like they're sitting down and eating and you're standing up. You can't do that for more than a few minutes before it gets really weird. Yeah, so I'm unless I'm working on a commission, I'm gonna be the guy, the standing up guy, standing up at his table guy. That's me. That's how I roll now.
No, that makes sense. Even like when we were at TwitchCon, I didn't like sitting down, and if I was, I think we had like a tall like stool, like not like a normal chair, and I like sitting at that a lot more because it is really awkward to be sitting super low and have somebody walk up to the table and just be like towering over you.
Yes.
Especially when you're drawing and you're just like, oh hi, like, you know, it just feels weird.
Hey John, do you use a Tabo? John, do you use a Tabo to clean your ass after you shit? John's Filipino. Belle, did you know that they use like a shit? They do like a shit bucket.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
I don't
Ooh,
know.
John's moved up. John's moved up. No fucking Tabo for him, dude. It's fucking. He's all about that bidet life now. Fancy. Do you have a fancy bidet? I was talking about this the other week. Friends of mine during the pandemic, after the toilet paper scare, they went and they bought a bidet, but they got a high-end one. They got the bidet from what's that Japanese company that makes the fucking toilets that shoot water up your butthole? I don't know. I forget the fucking name of it. I forget what the brand name is called. But yes, the special toilet that shoots hot water up your butthole, and then not Tushy, better than Tushy. This brand makes Tushy look like fucking amateur hour. Yeah, so they went and they got like a super high-end bidet. Like their like the good toilets from this company, they cost like about $10,000.
Jesus.
Yeah, but your asshole's never been cleaner, Bill.
Still, I don't know if my asshole's worth $10,000. Like,
John Moore's
damn.
asshole's worth 10K, easy. John Moore's delicate, pristine butthole. Tough part is finding your people that would buy your stuff. I'm trying to make art that I like and hopefully find like-minded people that will pick it up. I'm doing prints because I want my art to be affordable. Yeah, you were standing when I met you. That's right. Sloppy, did you know, here, Sloppy, that was your, you know what the weird thing is? Sloptopus walked up to me and I was like, hey man, good to see you again. I said something like that. Because I don't think we ever met before, but his vibes were so friendly. I was like, I know this guy. Like, in my head, I'm like, oh, I know this guy. We've met before. It's nice to see this guy again. Meanwhile, we never met. But super friendly. Super friendly. But, Sloftopus, I want to know, did you know I was going to be the height that I was? Like, were you surprised that how tall I was? You know, Bernard said, yeah, you were very friendly too. Thank you, thank you. Bernard was shocked that Crease Art is as tall as he is, because Crease is like 6'2". Crease is a big boy. Well, everyone is taller than me, so I wasn't surprised. Yeah, Crease is a big boy. Bernard Chang is smaller than I thought. I thought Bernie was like maybe like 5'8", 5'9". I think he's like 5'5". Crease doesn't have tall boy vibes. Well, according to some people on the internet, neither do I. But then somebody pointed out the other day that they're like, you're so tall you don't even fit all the way on your camera. I was like, I don't fit all the way on my camera.
I think the thing with you is you're very proportional. You know, you don't look lanky.
No,
A
I
lot
don't.
of tall people look lanky, and
Oh,
you
like,
don't,
yeah, like short
so.
people look like little blocks sometimes.
Yeah.
Short people look like somebody went in the character creation screen and they just squished them down.
Yeah,
They're
like
stumpy.
me. I got squished.
You're not squished. Get the fuck out of here. Crease is so nice. It's always a pleasure talking with him. Proportional to a starfish. Speaking of starfish, who loves that Starro? Maybe I should draw Starro. Honestly, you're a solid looking dude. Good form, great hair. You know, I wear black to hide my fat tummy. So
Black is just a good color. Like, when in doubt, just switch your entire wardrobe. Black.
Yeah.
Really
Yeah.
can't go wrong.
yeah, the black hides the shadow that my fat tummy would form. You don't see it.
Also, guys they just look good in black. There's just something about a man in a black t-shirt.
John Moore's wearing black panties right now. Lacy.
Say panties.
Lacy black panties.
T-shirt.
And thank you. Thank you for saying such nice things about my hair and fit. My wardrobe is almost exclusively black and gray t-shirts. Yeah, I mean, you guys see my wardrobe. Every now and then I'll throw a white t-shirt. But
You
it's,
have cardigans you wear in the winter.
I actually dumped a lot of my cardigans because they were so ratty.
Did you?
I dumped them because they were like, they had like holes. I got to do like a whole new, I need a new
So you
cardi.
need to go thrift shop.
I need a new cardi wardrobe.
I'm trying to get rid of a bunch of my like current wardrobe, and then I'm gonna try to keep it smaller, but I'm gonna like slowly try to find stuff that I like. Thrift shops, like cool things, you know? Because I'm gonna be in Chicago, so they've got to have good clothes there, right?
They got it. When are you going to Chicago?
beginning of September.
Ooh. Nice. You're staying with your sibling?
Yeah, with my sister.
I bet
We
Liz.
got a cute little apartment.
I bet Liz is gonna miss you.
Well, she could always come visit me. It's not too far. It's like 2.5 hours.
That isn't too bad.
No.
Wait, so
But
because
it's
you're
much more exciting here.
gonna be in Chi-Town now, are you gonna do C2E2?
I would like to try. I already applied for C2E2. I applied for all of them when I applied for New York. So
I want to apply.
I don't know. I don't know if I'll get in.
I want to apply to C2E2. Shit, I should do
But
that.
if you applied for C2E2, I mean, you could always just come stay over at my place if you get in.
Just me, you, and your siblings.
Yeah, my siblings are pretty cool.
I believe that.
I mean, they're not as cool as me, but you know.
Yep. Go to church on Sunday before the con.
Exactly. We gotta go see Jesus first.
Get a proper blessing.
Yeah. Heaven bless our con. And then we'll make bank.
Did someone say overnight stay with sister? Says John Amore. Oh no! Don't keep him away. He can't be trusted. No Thanksgivings are safe when John Amore is around.
Oh boy. Not John Amore and his sisters.
Yeah, man. Sister. You have a sister. That's what John Amore says.
Oh.
Darth Vader stole that fucking line from John Amore. Jesus, parking lot, 6 a.m. Vitamins, you go to church on Sunday? Obi-Wan's failure is now complete. That's what it's going to say on John Amore's gravestone.
God.
John Amore's going to strike that coochie down and become more powerful than you can imagine. I can't remember the last time I went. Kreese was way taller than I expected him to be. Kreese is a giant, dude. Like, I'm 6'1", and Kreese has got like 2 inches on me.
Does he?
Yeah. I always forget when I meet him. Also, he's been working out. So Kreese was more twiggy, but he's been the pandemic getting buff. So I started calling him I started calling him muscles. I started calling him muscles and biceps.
Now.
Yeah, also he's thin enough that he's got the bicep vasculature. So like when he's like, Jim Lee, dude. Oh my god. Fucking that's genius, dude. Kabong, write that down.
Oh my.
Yeah, dude.
Oh no.
He's got like the vasculature. So like he actually has like he's got like veins on his biceps and like on his forearms and shit. And you only get that when you've been working out and you're not fat. So I wouldn't be surprised if Kreese had abs too. Full disclosure, I did not make that up. Who made that up? Who started calling him Jim Lee? GYM. Gym Lee. It was a joke on his stream for a while. For all I know, he said it first himself. That's good, man. I wish that had caught on everywhere.
All right, I would really like to stay, but I should really go pack my stuff so I'm not up till 3 a.m.
Yes, dude, be better than me. I should have packed like days in advance, and I did not. And I was hating myself.
Well, to be fair, I'm not going to be printing my prints out tonight, so I'm already
yeah.
one step ahead of you there.
Oh,
but,
dude, you're like 10 steps ahead, but in that case.
we got to work on this whole printing your own prints out, because fuck that noise.
Dude, I love it. It's like my favorite thing. But I love it when it works and I'm not like pulling my hair out at 4 o'clock in the morning, you know, 5 hours before I have to be at a con.
Yeah, you probably should just do it like a week before, not
Yes.
like the night.
Oh, dude, I'm gonna be printing for. I'm gonna be printing like now for New York City Comic Con.
That's smart. That's smart. I'm really excited to go to that with you. It's gonna be good.
I'm a little nervous myself. Not
Right.
like
I mean, I'm also nervous too about that one because that's like to me that's a big deal. Like
It is,
MegaCon, I also like I'm excited about MegaCon because it's a big deal, but like New York is like a huge deal to me.
New York is
I'm-
like, dude. To me, New York is the biggest in the nation. I know numbers wise, it's San Diego, but San Diego is like a media thing. You know, San Diego is like it's like a media circus. It's like, and you know, Warner Brothers has got their booth, and Disney, you know, Disney not so much these days, but you know, it was always like, and then look at these celebrities, and look at who's heading. Let's head over to Hall H and see what blah 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 blah. You know, at least in New York City, it's still very much comic book oriented, in at least in like how big the Artist Alley is. So yes, more prestigious in my book. And let's not fuck it up, dude. Like the great philosopher RuPaul says, don't fuck it up.
Yeah. So this is my trial run for October.
Yes.
So I'll let you know.
Let me know how it goes.
I will, and then we'll have to plan. Gotta plan our table.
Plan of attack.
Yeah.
All right.
Alright. Well, you have a good night, my friend. I'm so glad I got to talk to you for a bit.
Ditto. Good night, Belfritrix.
Night.
I can't wait to come see you guys. San Diego is all Hollywood. New York City Comic Con is the biggest that's still comics. I want to go to San Diego Comic Con so bad. I see why though, man. San Diego Comic Con is still. I feel like that's something. It's got to be fun, man, to do. Like just the size of it, just the nature of it. That's got to be a blast to go to. San Diego Comic Con. There we go. Let's focus on this shit that I'm doing. Yeah, at least once for the experience. Yeah, man. I feel like going to San Diego is like going to Disneyland or something. Everybody should do it once. Just experience it. But no, that is a damn whole ass thing. I would get too distracted. I would get too distracted by all the breweries in San Diego. You know what, man? I went to San Diego. I didn't even notice it. I went to San Diego for TwitchCon. I didn't even notice that there were breweries. But also, I don't drink. I'm sober. So that's probably another big reason why I fucking wouldn't know. You know, sobriety. John Moore says, don't get sick. Hey, John Moore, in your neck of the woods, are people freaking out about the Delta variant? Dude, I've been going out a lot recently between the conventions and just like living my life. I've been like going to like restaurants and hanging outside and doing that kind of stuff. And then I'll be honest, man, the masks are all over the place. Some people are wearing masks everywhere. Some people are even wearing masks outside. And other people, they don't give two shits, man. Masks indoors, masks outdoors. What is a mask? Wearing a mask is for fucking pussies. I'm not doing it. You know, this is a COVID hoax. You know, like that kind of stuff. I've gone out to 2 drawing sessions. My friends are being careful. Yep, people are aware of Delta here. We have a few cases. Well, you guys are vaccinated, right? Not that that's a... not that being vaccinated is a cure. But it should keep you out of the fucking ICU at the very least. I was talking to I've got a friend and she's a nurse. And she's a nurse over in Florida. And she was telling me, unfortunately, that lots of Floridians aren't vaccinated, and unfortunately, they're getting sick in Florida, and at least at her hospital, they're getting overwhelmed. And she said she had like a 12 she had like 12-hour shifts. Like she said she worked like 50 some odd hours in 4 days. And I was like, are people dying? And she's like, a lot of people are dying. And I'm like old and fat, you know, like old and fatsos and oldos dying. And she's like, I watched a 30-year-old die today, who otherwise was in excellent health when she came in. And I was like, oh fuck. As a former career bartender and reasonable drinker, I support and applaud your sobriety. I worked at a bar for years after I got sober. I was telling Bernie Chang, because Bernie got a beer, and he's like, you guys are gonna get beers? And I'm like, nah, I'm sober. And Bernie's like, oh shit, I got a beer. I'm like, I don't care, dude. I'm like, I worked at a bar for years. It doesn't bother me. I'm not that kind of alcoholic. I know some people, when they get sober, they can't even see that shit, dude. No beer in the house. They don't want people talking about it. They don't want people drinking in front of them. Luckily, it's not that. I don't feel the pull that bad. I mean, I do still feel the hankering every now and then. Like, oh man, this would be a lot fun. This would be a lot more fun if I had a drink. And you might be thinking, what is he saying that for? Everything ever. All my close friends are vaxxed. Was it Delta? I didn't ask what the strain was. Did not ask what the specific strain was. Maybe Delta. It's more contagious, right? More contagious, more severe, so I hear. That rhymes, John. Jonathan, did you mean for that to rhyme? John, he goes by John Amore to strangers, but his friends call him Little Motherfucker. They call him Little MFer on the streets. By the authority of all things cool, David Tran. Where's that training son of a bitch? I'm staying inside and wearing a mask when I have to go out. I'm not risking any strain of COVID. Yeah, no, I mean, don't get me wrong. I know I'm vaccinated, and I know that means that, not that I won't get sick, but that I won't end up in a fucking ventilator, if I'm lucky. Still doesn't mean I want to fucking get it, though. I definitely do not want to get it. Like, not at all. I know that the survival rate is very high, but it's not 100%. Like, you could still die from it. Just because it's a low likelihood. You know, there are plenty of things that have low likelihoods of happening, but it fucking happen to people all the goddamn time. Just because it's a low probability of you getting it doesn't mean it's a fucking impossibility. Or dying from it, rather. After I did Cradle Con, I thought I was sick for 2 weeks, but it was just my paranoia. What was Cradle Con? People with the vaccine are still getting COVID. My sister has it and she's vaccinated. No shit, but how are her symptoms though? She's in the hospital. What the fuck, dude? What the fuck, man? Wait, so she got vaccinated and she still ended up in the hospital? What the shit, man? Does she have any pre-existing conditions? AKA, like I said, is she old? Is she probably isn't old. You're not old. Is she overweight? Does she have like, you know, any pre-existing stuff that might get her into trouble? Or is she just a regular, you know, healthy person? High fever, she has a mask to breathe. She's normally healthy. Oh, fuck, man. Is it Delta? CradleCon was my first table experience as an artist. It's the Cradle of Aviation. Dude, what the fuck? Wasn't that was that? I thought Eternal Con used to be at the Cradle of Aviation. The very first, no, not Delta. The very first con, like one of the very first cons I went to was at the Cradle of Aviation. I believe it was Eternal Con about 4-ish years ago. And I did bad there, man. I think I don't even know if I made my table money back. I think Eternal Con used to be at the Coliseum. What was the convention at the Cradle of Aviation Theater? I remember the giant dome IMAX theater being there. There was definitely, what the fuck was it called? It was called shit. I could have sworn it was Eternal, but I don't know. Now I don't remember. I love the experience. Yeah, yeah, there were a bunch of conventions at the time where, when I first started, I went at a loss. Between like the money that would cost me to like make the prints or have the prints made, paired with like table fees and whatever else, I was coming out in the red. And to be honest, it was a little disheartening at first. But to be honest, in hindsight, looking back now, I realized that, you know what, dude, listen. I was new, and my art needed work, to be frank. Yeah, to be completely frank, I had a lot of learning to do. I'm not saying that's what your deal is, by the way, Octopus. I'm just saying for myself. Matter of fact, Slob, I don't think I've seen your art, to be honest. But also, you know, even aside from that, you know, there is something to tabling. Tabling itself is kind of an, you know, like being a good communicative convention artist. There's a certain, it's like, listen, it's like fucking anything in life. When you first start doing it, you're gonna suck. Yes, there are a rare few examples where people pick something up and they're incredible at it right from the jump. But that's the rare. I mean, that's impossible, man. Like savants like that, those are the exception, not the rule. For the rest of us normies that don't possess chosen one style magic, the rest of us have to fucking toil away until, you know, and until you're good enough at a thing. Most good convention artists tend to be good salesmen. Yes. Yeah, it's true. Johnny Moore strikes again. Johnny, I know what the fuck I'm talking about, Amore, strikes again. Nikki!
Hi, buddy.
What's up, Slick Baby?
Just for some work. Wanted to come in and say hello.
Welcome back, Thick Booty. It's good to have you.
How was your weekend? How was fun?
It was great. I'm just talking about it right now. Talking about the ins and outs of it. Most good convention artists tend to be good salesmen, or at least good at talking. Yes. To John's point, I've found personally, the more approachable I am, the more, smiley I am, the more engaging I am. And not from just like, some people hear that and they're like, all right, time to be a fucking carnival barker. Nobody likes that. So like, be a good salesman, but don't be a used car salesman, Like,
You're not here for the orgy?
hey, it's Elizabeth. Elizabeth, were you just in here hanging out? Elizabeth was just in here hanging out, and I was like, Elizabeth, get on voice chat. And she's like, I can't get on voice chat. And I'm like, fine, then get the fuck out of here. No, I didn't.
Oh.
I would never say that. I don't think I've ever cursed at Elizabeth. She's too sweet for that kind of talk.
She's too sweet.
Does
Welcome,
everybody know who I
Raiders.
am?
Hope not.
Do all you sons of bitches know who I am? Hello, 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 hello. Here's my intro. I'm Michael D. Nicola. I am a illustrator, mostly of the comic book art variety. I'm also a certified douchebag who makes fun of inappropriate things live on camera 4 days a week. So welcome. Enjoy the
That was
nonsense
good.
show.
I like that intro.
Arthur Sudam had a carnival barker feel, and he's good enough not to have to be like that. Yeah, no, there are definitely dudes at conventions who they're gross with it. Like they'll be sitting at their table, and like you'll walk past their table, and then they'll start yelling at you, like hey, like they're fucking like making eye contact, be like, and they'll be like, oh, so like let's say I'm drawing Doctor Doom, or I have a Doctor Doom print. They're like, hey, you like Doctor Doom? Or like you're walking by, like so I'm walking past in like a samurai from Cyberpunk t-shirt, and be like, you like Cyberpunk? You like John Wick? Like you like Keanu Reeves? Like they'll just fucking they'll legit like bark at you, and it's so fucking off-putting and like cringe and embarrassing, and like you just like don't want to make eye contact, and like you don't want to walk past that person's table. Sloppy, you know who I'm talking about, man. You just don't want to like engage with that person at all. Like it's
Be
just
safe,
so
Liz.
uncomfortable. Liz is going where? Liz is going to jerk
It was
off and go
pretty
to bed.
short over here.
Oh, storm is a doozy. Oh, dude, it was thunder clapping. It was like God was clapping butt cheeks up in heaven. It was thunder clapping so loud over here. But I don't give a fuck, man. I hope I get electrocuted while I'm streaming.
Oh my gosh, are you okay?
Yeah, because wait, can a whole building be electrified in an apartment building? Like if a lightning bolt hit this building, like would everybody just like be like Dr. Manhattan? Like would you just fucking lit the fuck up?
I think so. Maybe just like you lose power.
Barteros
Hey,
says no.
Bard.
Power is flickering, so I had to end my stream super early. Ooh,
Okay. I
Elizabeth
was
just
like,
called me Michael.
damn, she means it.
Yeah,
Hi,
Liz, stop
John.
flirting in public. Jeez. Hello, Iron Knight. Hello, Sims. Bill or Sims. Hello, Lycans. Yeah, I try to avoid those tables personally. Of course,
No.
dude.
What's up, Iron Knight?
You should be running in near a shelf of chemicals when the lightning strikes. John Moore's making comic book jokes again. Nicole. Man, I'd love to see John Moore Filipino dancing in the tropical rains of his jungle. Just fucking like writhing, naked and greasy in the hurricane.
Naked and greasy. Ugh.
Sweating so much, sweating and booty shaking, naked in the tropics. Just fucking squirming, squirming and rolling around, covered in mud and goo and whatever else.
Goo. Like you live in a cave, John.
I saw a
Peek your
lightning.
head out of the cave.
I saw a lightning burn a couple weeks ago. It was gnarly. How did this person? Shit, man. Would they walk in the ER? Or I guess, did they get rolled into the ER? I'm John Moore, artist and writer of Urban Animal. Yes. You guys know Jonathan is always undulating. John Undulation No More. Yeah, it was a trauma transfer from New Mexico. Did they live? Are they like, is their fucking whole nervous system fried? Your back for blood stream looked intense the other day. Back for
That
blood.
game really pissed me off. Yeah, it's this new game that just came out.
Yeah.
And Iron Knight witnessed me drinking an alcoholic beverage that wasn't stirred, so my first sip was full-blown alcohol, and I about like passed out.
Was Nikki getting loose on stream?
Joe made it for me randomly. He's like, "Here you go." I was like, "Oh, okay."
He wanted you
Took a
loose.
sip, and I was like, "Holy shit!"
He wanted you ready for full penetration after, I think.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yep. He was lubricating you. They were relatively okay. When you say relatively, what are the side effects of being struck by lightning? Were they fully struck by lightning, or did was it like lightning shrapnel? Like lightning hit something and like bounced around and like caught him.
Bouncing around.
Bouncing around. No, it went through them. Oof. Is that the ideal scenario for getting hit by lightning? Going through you? I mean, imagine the ideal situation is not get hit by lightning. But if you are to get hit by lightning, they had some deep burns on one leg and some organ burns. Organ burns? What the fuck do you do with an organ burn?
Ooh, that sounds painful. My back hurts.
Were they screaming? Bard? Leave my organs alone. Yeah, tell it to lightning. You don't. That's the noise that Bard makes when he's coming. You don't do much. I don't know. They were pretty sedated when I was there. We were dealing with the burned leg. 3rd degree burns. Dude, did you hear? Dude, Pinky's sister is in the hospital with COVID, and she was vaccinated.
Oh, wow.
And she's not like a fat person or an old person. She's a regular, normally healthy person. I was telling everybody this earlier. I've got a nurse friend in Florida, and she was telling me how it's really rough over there again. Like, you know, the medical, you know, the medical industry, or at least her hospital at the very least, was in pretty rough shape because numbers were getting high and stretching them thin. And she said she had worked, I think. Holy shit, dude, Brax! Dude, Brax, I haven't seen you forever, man.
Oh, B-Brax.
Yo, Billy Brax, baby.
Billy Brax.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Missed you, buddy. No, listen. I didn't miss the bits. I missed you, Brax. Thank you. We're doing. It's a different type of burn. It looks like a lightning patterns on the surface, but the burns were in the fascia and muscle. So we had to decompress it and remove the dead tissue. Oof. Will they be able to walk again, Bard? Did they have to get skin grafts?
Oh, you're big. Oops.
And yeah, thank you again, sweet Brax. Oh shit, what was I gonna say? Oh yes, so my nurse friend, she'd worked like 50 something plus hours in like 4 days, and she was super overwhelmed, and she essentially said a 30-year-old girl who was otherwise healthy had died in the hospital because of COVID.
Oh, that's scary.
Yeah.
Oh no, do you think we're gonna go back to what's it called in? Shutdown?
Lockdown.
Lockdown.
The only thing that's gonna lock down is that coochie, Nikki.
God damn.
And it probably they'll eventually get a graft and probably walk on it unless something goes wrong. We won't go back to full lockdown, says Bard. Well, there you go.
We won't.
That's what the Bard says.
But why?
Whatever your currency is, it's
I
mint.
prefer not.
Holy
I'm
shit,
just really
dude.
And it
Curious.
doesn't matter how broke you are. If you have time to watch Twitch,
Look at this, man.
you have $10.
1,000
If you
bits.
don't have
Actually, a total of what is that?
probably don't have time to watch
1,500
Twitch because
bits.
you should be working.
I think it's because we're more prepared, minus the healthcare.
Ooh,
In
it's,
a minute,
ooh,
I know
employers.
Moche modus.
ooh, Nikki, it
Employees.
sounded like you just said the N-word.
What?
It sounded like you just said the N-word. Did anyone else hear it?
What? I don't even.
Ooh.
Do you think it's because we're more prepared?
Oh!
What?
No.
Shut up.
I'm teasing. What's up, Brax? Brax, thank you. I appreciate the hell out of them fucking bits. It's so sweet of you, so kind. Brax would never say the N-word casual like that. And
I didn't.
what?
Shush your face.
we won't go back to a full lockdown because the states that should won't, and the states that would don't need to, says Kabong. Which just sounds about right, man. I
So then I'm going in full lockdown.
think Nikki's going in lockdown. Damn, Bard, I don't want to die of COVID, Bard. How I do? How I fix? And thank you again, sweet Brax. Brax, where you been, buddy? Where you been hiding? They're calling
Hey, do you
this
wanna see
round.
something?
Well, yeah, sure.
I'm gonna send you something. I forgot to. I got really excited about this. It's really teeny, but it's pretty nice.
They're calling this round of the pandemic of the unvaccinated, the pandemic of the unvaccinated on the news. Persuade all the dumbasses to get vaccinated. Nah, it's too late for that, man. Dude, people are still running around saying that the vaccine makes you magnetic, dude. Like, we're at that level, man. People are still like not interested. Here's something terrifying, says Johnny Amore. What the fuck is this? Is there no room in the hospitals? Where is this picture from? Been here, there, everywhere. Brax, sweet Brax.
Wow.
Thanks for being around, Brax. I appreciate
This is
you.
recent?
Is this recent, Johnny? Johnny. Oh, Johnny.
Boy?
If only vaccines made your patients staying in cars in a full capacity hospital.
Get him out of here, please.
That's Cebu. That's my hometown. No, that's why you left Cebu for Davao, right? To devour that coochie.
Boy.
I have guys daily tell me in clinic to the guy in the white coat that it's a hoax. Meanwhile, you're like,
Vaccine is?
people are dying every day still. It's a hoax. Get him out of here, please. Oh man, fucking Brax, dude.
Dang.
Dude, that Trump emote.
Dang, John.
I think I turned that into a sticker. I think I did.
Johnny boy. I don't like that color anymore. Bye.
I did turn it into a sticker. Look.
That's funny. Did you sell any this weekend?
No, I didn't bring him with me, man. What the fuck? Who's gonna buy this at a comic book convention?
I don't know. I didn't know.
China. That pic is from last week. I literally told one guy that after his appointment, which he was paying for, was going upstairs to check on a guy in the ICU who was unconscious on a ventilator. I was going upstairs to check on a guy in the ICU who was unconscious. Is that guy gonna make it? Bart, how often do people get put off a ventilator? I heard once you go on a ventilator, that's it. Like you're like, it's fucking, it's night. Like the likelihood of, like, well, I heard once, again, this could all be bullshit, but I heard once you're on, the likelihood of you getting off isn't great.
It depends. My mom was on one last year.
Bart says, that's horseshit. We take people off ventilation all the time. Have you ever made glitch art before? What is glitch art? What that is?
Wait, oh, I sent you my art. It's a little doodle.
Where'd you send it?
No, it's easier to do pictures and stuff via text. Other than that, if it's on my computer, I send it via Discord.
Okay. Damn, Brax! Holy shit,
Good
dude!
Night. See
His
y'all around
welcoming
soon.
is
Brax. Damn, Brax. Tossing a $5 my way. Thank you, man. Thank you. Have a good night, Brax. Brax, sleep well, friend. Stay safe. Don't get COVID.
Night, Braxy.
Good night, Brax. I wish you the best of hen times. Ooh, Nikki, this is beautiful.
Thanks. Isn't it cute?
Very cute. Very cute.
So then I slapped it on a mug.
I enjoy this.
Thank you.
All right, shit. I gotta pee. I'll be right back.
Oh fuck.
How dare you curse?
Okay, so his pee is gonna turn to a possible poop, and then gathering food, talking to the missus. It's 10:05 here, my time. What do we think? 10 minutes? 15 maybe? I thought he was gonna stream with Canetti. Where's Eric at? Not today? Oh. This chair. Hey, Duoak. Man, I thought tomorrow was Thursday for a second. Son of a bitch. I just talked about Eric being streaming, and then what happened?
I did not know that.
So this is fun. Excuse me. I think these should be smaller. Hey, Siri up. I literally was gonna come back. Oh no, Siri, shut up. Are you only gonna talk in sound effects? That's a challenge for you right there.
Me so horny.
My, you're horny.
Oh fuck. Ugh. You have
Meow
one.
meow pussy mix.
Ha!
Meow meow pussy sis.
Hey John, I know a while ago you were talking about coming back to stream. Is that still put on hold because of Urban Animal? I gotta take another break again. I picked up more overtime and I don't know how long that's gonna last because it's gonna be consistent. And then I'm waiting to hear back from HR on a couple of things. With me applying for a new position and such, so I have to figure out a schedule. It would still be back for blood though, since it's so new. Right, and okay, right, John, because you have to continuously work on that. Okay, I was just checking. She's checking. I think, and then Matt and Earthbound would like for me to try It Takes Two again, since the first time was an epic fail on actually setting up and starting the game. So that's cool. They're not uniformed. What? Did this in a straight line, you moron. Thank you. Me too. God, me too. Oh, but I did get a raise today, so that was pretty dope.
But babies. Damn. You think John Moore's got a fat ass, Nikki?
I don't know. Thank you. I did forget to mention that.
John, put a thong on. Take some photos for us.
Oh look, he's eating. What you getting this time? This time. Oh, those are my favorite. Hey, wait a minute. You're eating that? That's surprising. What are you doing?
Today was a cheat day because we went to the movies. I wanted to see Suicide Squad in the movie theater.
Oh, how did you like it?
I fucking loved it. John Moore, butt pics. John Moore, booty pics.
Booty pics, booty pics.
John Moore. Picture this, John Moore. In a thong, high heels, greased up, bent over a Ferrari. What do you say, Nikki?
A Ferrari?
That's right.
What about like a Beetle?
No, not nearly sexy enough.
Oh. Was it good? You liked it. Joe said he heard from somebody that it sucked, and I was like, I bet Mike liked it.
I haven't heard from anybody that it sucked.
Yeah, see, I knew it. I'm gonna make him watch it with me. He's like, my nerd said it. I was like, well, my nerds say otherwise. So you have to watch it. Boo.
Has anybody in here seen Suicide Squad, the new one? The Suicide Squad, directed by Mr. James Gunn.
How was the theater experience again?
It was very, very good. It was shockingly good. Margot Robbie is gorgeous, man. Holy shit. I think Margot Robbie's got a fucking perfect face, man. And she's incredible as Harley Quinn.
I like white bitches, that's it.
I do love me some white bitches, it's true.
Where are the white women at?
Guilty as charged. So does Nikki, by the way. I'm not alone. Best DC movie? I wouldn't say best. I would say best DC movie thus far. Best DC movie, I would say, is probably, honestly, it's for me, best DC movie, unless I'm missing one, it's probably a coin toss. No, it's not a coin toss. For me, it's The Dark Knight. It's Christopher Nolan's The Dark Knight.
Hey, where are the white women at?
But barring that, The Joker, I would say, is a close second. Joaquin Phoenix's Joker. Oof, goddamn, man.
I haven't seen that movie yet.
You know why? Listen, man. Both him and Heath Ledger both won Academy Awards portraying the Joker in their two various films, and I think those are the best DC films within like the last decade or so. But if you're talking DCEU, this is up there. Suicide Squad is up there. It's a high bar for sure. I mean, now you think about it, maybe I might prefer Man of Steel more. I know they're wildly different genres. I know they're both superhero films, but you know how the genres differ, man. It's like comparing Logan to Deadpool, or comparing either one of those two to Guardians of the Galaxy. You know, like it's in the same genre generally, and like it's a superhero film, but within that they're so wildly different. But if we've got to categorize them as just superhero films, and DCEU specifically, I think Man of Steel is up there for me. Suicide Squad is up there too. There might be 1 and 2, because I'm trying to think of like what else. Oh, Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman. The first 2/3 of Wonder Woman are pretty fucking great, minus that they fucked it up on the end, man. The Wonder Woman could have been a fucking 9 out of 10, but that whole like he's Ares, and then he's a monster out of nowhere, and then he's just like a big angry monster, and they're just fighting. It completely falls apart in the third act. But everything up until that point is pretty damn stellar. Yeah, Wonder Woman would have top tier if they had stuck the landing. The CG is garbage, and then it's just a lot of people say Black Widow suffers from the same CG over the top nightmare, because Black Widow goes from being this isn't much of a spoiler, it goes from being like something like down to earth story, you know, like there aren't any like aliens or, you know, giant earth shattering catastrophes. It's just about Natasha and her history. But then in the third act, it's like the Marvel stuff, you know, the generic Marvel stuff. The third act really, really strained the suspension of disbelief. Right. It got a little nonsensical at the end. However, the third act of Suicide Squad does not fall apart. Is there CG crap everywhere? Yes, but it works. It's not like, I would say that Suicide Squad is so aware of itself and its genre that they almost poke fun. I would argue that the third act of Suicide Squad is perhaps James Gunn making fun of the MCU. And you know, like if you think about it, right, what they're doing, I don't want to spoil it for people who haven't seen it, right? How many people in the chat are worried about spoilers for the Suicide Squad? Nikki, of course.
Yes, me.
Yeah, all right. So
I'll mute.
No.
I could leave actually because it's pretty late.
You know, we'll talk about it on Friday. All right, I'll mute. All right, no, don't mute. There's enough of you that haven't seen it. I don't want to spoil it. Friday we'll give. It's, you know, listen, man. I feel like for movies you should give them some time, so I'll give everybody a heads up. This Friday we're probably gonna do a Suicide Squad rundown. It'll be a week after everybody's already talked about it, so we'll be coming in late. What's up, to woke? I try to clip Nikki making a weird noise, but clips Twitch shit the bed. But like when you think about like the DCEU films, a lot of them are crap to be honest. So like Suicide Squad might win by default. Like I said, I'm a big fan of Man of Steel. I like that being a starting point for Superman. I like that they didn't just give us the blue Boy Scout that we all know and love. You know, I like that John Cena is fantastic. He's way more compelling as an actor and as a character than he has any right being. But no. I like that the fucking Kal-El that we got, the Clark Kent, he's not Superman yet. I think that's compelling. He's not a complete piece of shit, but he's not Christopher Reeve Superman. It's something that he has to earn. It's something that he has to... I like Ratcatcher. Ratcatcher is fucking hot. Who's got that girl's socials? I want to look. Ratcatcher 2, of course. I think that's cool. I think that we get a Superman that progresses and has an arc over several movies, and then eventually we get the hero. I like that. I do. Oh, this is fucking cool. What's this, Iron Knight? We need Nick Cage Superman. We might, man. They're opening up the multiverse. Sebastian was best boy. I love that Harley had plenty of moments and things to do, but they didn't rely on her to carry the film. I think they really wrote her well. And I love that we get like a lot of Harley stuff, but it's not... The Harley stuff is not... Thank you, John Amore. Definitely going to creep on this in a second. The Harley stuff that we get isn't overwhelming. That's the example of the glitch art I was talking about.
Same thing isn't bad. Same thing is kingship.
Oh, this is fucking cool, man. It's weird. It's weird. It's trippy. I like it. I like it. It's like psychedelic. It's like anime inspired. I like it. No, I've never done anything like this. This is dope. I love the actor. Joel Kinnaman knocked it out of the fucking park, dude. He was... first time I saw Joel Kinnaman was playing Agent Holden, one of those. Hold something. In The Killing. A great Rick Flag. Great seeing him. Idris Elba was fantastic. I mean, everybody just fucking knocked it out of the park. Oh, damn. Yo, this girl has fucking 500,000 followers? Jesus. Was she already like was she like internet famous before Suicide Squad? What else has she been in? Damn, yo, she's fine as fuck, Nikki. Holy shit.
What are we talking about?
Ratcatcher 2.
Daniela?
Yeah, Jesus. Yeah, no, dude. Even before Suicide Squad, she had like hundreds of thousands of followers.
I don't see anything I would have ever seen.
So like, yeah, as of like December. All right,
Book, maybe that
here I scrolled far enough back. As far as like December 2020, she had like 100,000 followers. So I don't know. Maybe she's just a hot girl. I mean, because sometimes that's all it takes. Being hot on the internet.
She's 24.
Yeah, sometimes being hot on the internet is kind of all it takes to get a fucking follower.
Baby.
In Gun I Trust, yeah, dude. So many other DCEU movies are shit, or at least forgettable, like popcorn movies. For example, Shazam was tolerable, but it's a 5-minute movie. Aquaman was fun and stupid as fuck. 5-minute movie. And then, you know, Wonder Woman was good, but Wonder Woman 2 was shit. Garbage. Fucking drivel piece. Like, I wish I hadn't watched that fucking movie. It's so bad. Batman v Superman was crap. You know, Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice shit. Justice League.
The guy that redid the movie.
Justice League was better, but still, you know, 4 hours, unnecessary 4 hours of like, it's way better in comparison to what the theatrical version was, which was, like I said, unwatchable shit. Better than that, but still not great. And that's the DCEU we have to date. It's a twisted disjointed nightmare. So the bar is really low for the DCEU. Because you can't count you can't count the Joker, right? Joker doesn't count. John is so good, he made Polka Dot Man compelling. He did. He made Polka Dot Man compelling. Also, that actor is great. Polka Dot Man, who was also in The Dark Knight. He played the first time I saw that guy, he played one of Joker's henchmen, and I thought he was phenomenal. That guy's name is Anthony something? Oh, I forget. But also, that's the same guy. He plays one of Paul Rudd's boys in the Ant-Man. He's like one of Ant-Man's crew. He plays a Russian. Also, that same actor, David Miskevich? David Dasmalchan. Oh, God. That guy's also he was also in The Flash. He showed up in The Flash as some kind of the time wizard or something stupid like that. I passed out during Justice League in the theater. I don't remember anything from it. This is BMR. Yeah, dude. I believe it, man. So, like, when you're sifting through the DCEU cinema experience, there's a lot of shit in there, man. It smells. It's a lot of unwatchable crap or just forgettable crap. Like I said, Aquaman and Shazam. Not bad movies, but nowhere near memorable. Absolutely, like, when I say 5-minute movie, I mean you watch it and then 5 minutes later you can't recall anything that you just saw. It was just like a orgy on cinema. You know, it's like potato chips. It's you open up like a bag of like Utz or like Y's or whatever, and you finish the whole bag and you barely remember eating the whole thing. Hey, what's up, Eric Canetti? Eric Canetti, did you watch Suicide Squad? No spoilers. If so, did you like it?
I'd like to fuck my lover in the ass.
What's up, Nikki?
Oh, he's on YouTube. I was like, I don't see him.
He is on YouTube.
Hi, Eric.
Hello, Nikki. Yeah, no, you know what? The other thing is they were doing a somebody asked Margot Robbie about what the next plans were for Harley Quinn, and she was like, there are none. And I think she alluded to in the interview of her taking a break from the whole Harley Quinn thing, which is unfortunate, but it makes sense, dude. You know, between the first Suicide Squad movie to Birds of Prey to this, she's probably been doing like the better part of 10 years worth of fucking Harley, and she's great at it. I can't imagine another woman pulling it off. She is phenomenal. She is Harley Quinn. But I could see an actor wanting to take a fucking break. 6 years. Yeah, that's a lot, man. That's a lot of time to just play the one role. Margot Robbie, Tank Girl, Taika Waititi. That's Tank Girl, Taika Waititi. That's what needs to be next. She needs a break from that role. Your texture on the hand looks great. Thank you. This is just me roughing out the hand. Now what I should have done is use my own hand as reference, but I'm a fucking asshole, and I did not do that. So, Kaylee Cuoco is great as Harley in the animated series. Kaylee Cuoco is fantastic as the voice of Harley Quinn in the animated series. I didn't think she would be, because listen, I couldn't stand that show. What the fuck is that geek show that was
Big Bang Theory.
Thank you. That shit show. That was like just an insult as a person who likes comic books and likes, you know, quote unquote nerd shit. Just that whole show just felt like a fucking insult. But yeah, I never really watched that show, and the bits of it that I did see were fucking awful. Just unfunny crap. So I had no faith in Kaylee Cuoco as Harley Quinn, especially, you know, when you've got Margot Robbie right there. And then before Margot Robbie, you had that very talented actress, Tara Small? Something like that? Who did it on the animated series and did it really well. You know, like her take on the character is iconic at this point. So, yeah. But, with that said, Kaylee Cuoco kind of blew me away as a Harley Quinn. I couldn't see her playing that character in real life though. I don't think she's got the physique for it. She's a little thick. And also she's not nearly as attractive as a Margot Robbie. I think Margot Robbie's got I seriously think Margot Robbie has just a perfect face. God damn.
Bang, bang, you're the best.
What's up, Branart? I've never seen the Big Bang Show, but the Harley animated is fantastic. She is really, really, really good as that character. No one is attractive as Margot Robbie. You know what's nice about Margot Robbie, besides that her face is dope to look at, and she's talented? You don't really hear about her in the news doing anything stupid. You know, she doesn't say anything stupid in interviews that I've seen. You know, I've never heard her shitting on fandom, and I could be wrong. Maybe there is those clips out there. I just haven't seen them. Hey, Manny Ramirez, welcome back. And Margot is an amazing actress too. Y'all seen her Tanya Harding? I did see that. Yeah, she's a talented lady. And she's fucking Australian too. Nikki, what'd you eat for dinner tonight?
I had a sub sandwich.
You made a sub?
Joe did. Sir.
And Margot is an amazing actress. I'm glad that I'm back, bro. I don't have any restrictions anymore in life. I'm a free man now. What were your restrictions? What the fuck were your restrictions before? What was restricting you? If you had told me a couple years ago I'd be interested in a Barbie movie, I'd slap you in the face. Attach Robbie and Greta Gerwig to the project, I'm in. Greta Gerwig. That's a talented director, though. Greta Gerwig. She's accomplished some shit. Hey, Nikki, what lady celebrity do you find most attractive? Who's your favorite?
I can't pronounce her last name. Hold on.
What was she in?
I got her name. Alexandra Breckenridge.
I don't know who that is. What was she? Yeah, what's she been in?
She's been in Virgin River, This Is Us, She's the Man, American Horror Story, The Walking Dead.
Oh, she was the nurse in the first season of American Horror Story.
The Maid.
Yeah, that's right. I'm sorry. Maid.
Yes. She was hot in that role.
Yeah, she was super hot in that role.
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting.
Like, who dis?
She's pretty.
She's my favorite.
She's pretty plain Janey.
Yeah, that's what I like about her though. But she's also beautiful. Like she's got her moments where she's plain Jane, and then like if there's a role that enhances her, it's just like bam.
Breckenridge was a smoke show in American Horror Story. I love French maids though, so I might be biased. Wow, she's almost 40. Good for her. She got. I think she's got pretty big titties too, Nikki. She's thick too, Nikki. She's not no skinny mini.
She's the good thick though, you know?
Yeah, she's not a fatso, no.
Yeah, she's pretty. My lady crush. Her husband is the guitarist for Katy Perry.
Oh, that's cool. Here, gang. You know what? Here, I'll show you guys some photos. So you know who Nikki's talking about. Here, guys, check this out. This is that lady, whatever, Breckenridge.
Alexandra.
She's pretty attractive. She's pretty attractive. Is she actually redheaded or is she dye? Whatever. Who gives a shit? You get it.
No, I think she's like strawberry blonde sometimes, but I feel like
she ain't ugly.
yeah.
Everyone is simping on Ratcatcher too. Oh, John Moore just came in here simping on Ratcatcher too. I can't blame him though. She's fucking attractive. She's got like, I still wonder why she has so many Instagram followers. Like, I wonder what she's done, or if she just got that because she's a hot girl. Toxic 3-year relationship. She ended up cheating. She wouldn't let me stream on Twitch. We were living together for 2 years. It's pure toxic. Damn, dude, who the fuck did she cheat on you with?
That's a good point, Manny. Ooh, her is Mary Jane.
For She-Hulk, they wanted an Alison Brie-like person. They cast Tatiana Maslany. Tatiana Maslany is not an Alison Brie-like person. Tatiana Maslany, she's not Ugo, but she's not Alison Brie. Alison Brie is way more attractive. Although Tatiana Maslany, she could fucking act, man. She could act her fucking ass off. But although so can Alison Brie. Alison Brie is no slouch in that position. Or, you know, in that, like, acting roles, from what I've seen. She's pretty solid.
Yeah. Who's Amelia Bach?
Dude, besides Margot Robbie, I think another super hot one is fucking Ana de Armas. That one, dude. The girl who played Joy from Blade Runner 2049, and the girl who was in Knives Out. What about Brie Larson? Brie Larson has got great tits, but I don't find her all that attractive. Not trying to shit on Maslany, I just want to see Brie get her due. Elizabeth Olsen. I dig the girl next door vibe. A server from a restaurant. The server we knew we were together for years because he was our server before COVID, and we would talk about art when he was at our table. I didn't expect it because she didn't talk to me girl at all. It was just me and him. To my girl at all. Ana de Armas. What's up, Rumpy? Ana de Armas is totally one of the most beautiful women on the planet. Yeah, Ana de Armas is pretty fucking... She's pretty stunning, man. Holy shit. Rumpy, we're talking about hot ladies, hot celebrity ladies. And I think for me, coin toss for me between Margot Robbie and Ana de Armas. I think Flip a coin. Damn, dude, your lady... How'd you find out that your lady was fucking a dude, a restaurant dude? Blade Runner 2049. Yeah, dude, you remember Joy? She was great in that movie. What's up? Hey, what's up, Brand? Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. But hey, I'm still young, bro. I'm about to be 23 in 3 days. I'm glad we didn't have kids or gotten married. We were just engaged because that same night when I caught her, my friend took a photo of her at a bar with him. Oh, fuck, dude. Damn, where did she lie? Where did she tell you she was? They were having drinks and didn't come home until 2 a.m. Ooh wee. Holy shit. Damn. Fucking a server from the restaurant. Nothing good happens after 1 a.m. Also, did someone say 23? Guess what tomorrow is for me? Is it your 23rd birthday tomorrow? At her sister's apartment, but she lives in the same apartment complex like me. So I went over and she wasn't there. Oh shit, dude. Oh, that's fucking hysterical. She's like, oh, I'm over at my sister's. And you're like, I bet. What did her sister say when you went to go see when we went to go see her and she wasn't there? Damn, yo. Yeah, what did she lie? Or did she just come clean? Or you're like, bitch, you're cheating on me. I know. You cheating.
You're a whore. You whore yourself out online, you whore yourself out in front of your family and your friends. You're a whore and a slut, and a harlot.
Man, I've never had to confront. Nikki, have you ever had to confront anybody that was cheating on you?
Yeah, dude, my ex.
How'd you catch him? How'd you catch his ass? You smell the pussy on his breath?
It was like via phone stuff, once at a bar.
Wait, you caught him cheating on you at a bar?
Yeah.
While you were there, or did you like go to the
Yeah,
bar?
I went to the bathroom.
Well, wait, what was he doing in the bathroom?
No, I went to the bathroom and then I came out and then...
Oh, what the fuck, man? That's fucking insane. That's crazy.
Yeah. So I left him there.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
And then he tried calling me saying that I was being ridiculous, and I was like, bye. But then it wasn't bye, because that was like, I think maybe the 3rd year out of the 7 I wasted my time with them.
Oh, man.
I think my final moment is when, I, you know, you get cheated on, you get these gut feelings. I looked at his phone and he changed like 4 different girls' names to guy names. I was like, listen, either he did turn gay, don't care, or all this is just, you know, so then that was the official moment for me. Not everything else, apparently, you know, back then when I was blind, but, you know, I got out, so.
She was scared because I was knocking and she was asleep and woke her baby up. She never told me the truth at any point, bro. She just kept saying she was at her sister's the whole time. Never got a closure from her, even though I had proof. Oh, fuck, dude.
Hello.
Hello, Eric.
Hello.
Eric, you streaming tonight?
No.
How you holding
I'll
up,
be
bud?
back streaming until, excuse me, until September.
Oh, so you're taking some time.
What a wonderful birthday gift.
And I need to, man. There's too much on the table right now.
Yeah,
Too much
man,
on
you
the
got a lot on your plate.
I'm glad you're here, Eric, because I'm actually about to head out.
Oh, darn. Did I scare you away, Nikki?
No, I just I picked up more overtime, so I just want to make sure I get some sleep and get just ready for the work day. I got my days mixed up twice already, so I gotta make sure I'm on my game tomorrow and the rest of the week actually.
Okay, get some sleep, Nikki.
Yeah, I forgot to tell you when you went to pee, I got a raise today.
Well, congratulations on the raise. Good job.
All my hard work, buddy.
Well done.
So I hope you guys have a wonderful evening. Stay safe and hydrate. Bye.
I'm not sad anymore. I'm disappointed and mad at what she did. Trust me, bro. I have a voice message where she told me some fuck things to me where she told me to KMS. Damn, I can't say KMS on YouTube because they'll bury this video because they monitor for no words. But fuck, man. Fuck, that is dark. Kennedy, you doing any cons this year? Where'd he go?
I'm right here. I'm just adjusting something. I didn't want you to hear me banging around in the background. How was your show?
That was good. It was great.
Oh, what a loser!
It was great. Felt good to be back, and it was nice seeing a fellow artist. It was nice seeing. It was nice getting to finally meet Sean Chen and Bernie Chang, and it felt good to see Kreese again.
Kreese was there. How's he doing?
Kreese is doing good. He's I feel like that was a warm-up con because he was getting prepped for MegaCon this weekend.
Oh right. Shachter backed up from that. They're backed out of that, I should say.
MegaCon?
Yeah.
Why? What happened?
Well, a lot of the people who were going, essential sequential guys, were a little intimidated by the idea of Delta variant. And Florida has a reputation for not giving a shit, so.
Florida doesn't give a shit about being vaccinated.
Yeah. But here's the thing: if you really take a look at Florida's track record, is it any worse than places that locked down?
I don't know. I haven't looked at the numbers, to be honest. I wish I had data to back that up.
Yeah, so would I. I mean, I know that they have the reputation for it, but I'm wondering if it's, well-founded, right? Like, is it coming from a realistic place, or just people blaming Florida for everything because it's a conservative state, right?
Yeah, well, I think it's less about it being conservative and more about Florida in general being known for having the laissez-faire attitude, just in general.
In general, really? Not just about the pandemic, or?
No, man. I mean, listen, man. The meme of Florida, man, exists for a reason. It always seems like the craziest of news comes out of Florida because the populace seems out of hand. I'm gonna tip out. It was nice talking with everyone. Sloppy, it was great. It was great to meet.
Right?
It was great to meet you in person. I look forward to bumping into you at more cons. Thanks for coming by the table and saying hi.
What did I? Why were you in the food court section of the convention? I don't understand.
Nah, man, we were just on the second level. The food court was downstairs.
It looked like you were right next to all the
food.
You were right next to the Orange Julius, you know.
Nah. It was just the.
Is that still a thing in fucking Orange Julius? Did I just fucking?
No, I think they exist, right? Orange Julius C's.
Still?
I'd imagine. According to current numbers, Florida and Texas are accounting for half the newest cases. All right, well there you go. That tracks with a story. I mean, I've said this like fucking 3 times already. I've got a friend who's a nurse in Florida. She's in like the Tampa. She's working in like the Tampa area, I believe. And she says they're overrun. As of last week, they're overrun. And she said she watched a 30-year-old girl who was healthy die.
Oh.
So you know it does happen. It's unlikely to happen. You know, it's got a high survival rate, but it does happen. But it happens even with people who are vaccinated. So our friend Pinky Pinkitsu in here, she said her sister got COVID after being vaccinated, and she's currently in the hospital on oxygen with like a super high fever. So listen, still out there,
serious stuff,
still killing people. Just because you're vaccinated doesn't mean you're. Look, it's got a high, like I said, a high survivability, so it's unlikely to kill you. But you know, listen,
it will mess you up.
It'll mess you up, and if everybody gets sick at once, you're definitely gonna fuck with the healthcare system. Michael's just hungry. Best art stand next to the food. According to current, wow, man, Florida and Texas counting for half the newest cases. I wonder how the deaths are going. I wonder what those numbers are like. I would still do a con though, to be honest.
There?
I mean, honestly.
Or in general?
I would go to MegaCon. Maybe I'm just fucking carefree, but I'd go. I mean, hell, for all we know, I caught COVID at this con.
Sure.
There's a ton of people here. I was giving lots of fist bumps, and I was washing my hands, and I had my mask on, because mask regulations are still in effect here. But you never know, man. You know, you don't know who you're exposed to, and you know, it was a closed space.
But it sounds like you're not. I mean, you take it seriously, obviously.
Sure.
But it's not crippling for you.
No.
Okay.
I mean, I went to the movies today to see Suicide Squad.
Good for you.
So I'm not. It's not, you know, such a part of my life. You know, I went out to eat with Kreese and Bernie. We were all hanging out. You know, Bernie's been traveling this whole fucking time.
Yeah.
It's not so crazy that like
he's kind of gross. Is that what you're saying? I get it.
So gross. Nah, Bernie's fucking great, dude. It was great getting to hang out with that guy in person.
He's a good human being, isn't he, Mike?
He's a sweetheart, man.
Yeah.
Did you watch Suicide Squad yet?
I did. I watched it afternoon of.
Is it
on my HBO Max?
Is it your favorite DCEU film to date?
I honestly do. I don't know because I've never put myself through the rigor of what's my favorite DCEU. You know.
Well, I mean,
I found it entertaining. I'll say that.
The bar's low.
Yes.
Bernie and all his airline
but
miles. Yes.
But that did not contribute to my overall entertainment and my enjoyment of this movie because this was genuinely fun, I thought.
I had a blast watching this in the theater, and I'm glad I went because I was going to watch it at home. I've got a big screen TV and surround sound for that very reason. But
what happened?
Enough.
Say, hey, I want to go.
Like I think like the 8th person whose opinions I trust and respect in regards to movies told me that they loved it, or they had such a great time. It was such a fun movie. I'm like, you know what? I had zero interest in this film. I didn't know anything about it. I didn't watch any trailers. I wasn't even sure I was going to watch it on HBO Max because I was that disinterested. But then enough of it, like, and again, take this with a grain of salt because who knows, but the critics gave it a 94%, something ridiculous like that, and the audiences gave it an 84%. So there was even like a somewhat of a consensus amongst that on Rotten Tomatoes. So I was very intrigued. And then once my friends started chiming in, like, oh, this is my, I think John Moore said it's his favorite DCEU film.
Yes, but we don't trust John Moore.
It's because he's sneaky.
Yeah.
But
he's from the Philippines. He didn't pay for that movie.
But sneaky John aside, I was real curious. Gunn's involvement wasn't enough to at least pique your interest before the reviews? No, because I only am aware of James Gunn from, his Guardians of the Galaxy fame. So
yeah, that's not like a Dave Fincher deal closer.
Right. Yeah, no, he's not a Tarantino, he's not Chris Nolan, he's not Dave Fincher, he's not Denis Villeneuve. He's definitely not a Spielberg or, you name it, right? You name some of these titans of cinema.
I did not know that.
Not in my eyes, anyway.
I love the way you said it right now.
But I will say this. Now, he's on my radar. Now, after what he did with the Suicide Squad, what we saw with what David Ayer was able to do with Suicide Squad was do nothing, just shit in a bag and put it on film.
Oh, be careful now. There's conversations out there that's not how he cut the movie, right?
Yeah. I heard they released the Ayer cut. I don't think there was anything worthwhile saving. I don't think there's any way you could cut that. I noticed there's a lot of things are rewritten and tons of reshoots, and the Joker was completely cut out, and they were supposed to be like a Harley Quinn and a whole Harley Quinn and Joker segment of the film with heartbreak. But I don't care how much more Joker in it is in the Suicide Squad. Because remember how upset Jared Leto was when they released the thing? He was gonna sue or whatever. He was furious because they completely cut him out of the movie altogether. His Joker was horrible. I don't think there's anything that Joker could have presented in the Suicide Squad film that would make it more compelling. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there is a Snyder level cut out there that completely reshapes the whole film.
Yeah, I was gonna ask who hurt you? Show me on this. Show me this shirt. Why are you so cynical?
But yeah, after watching the box office turd that was the Ayer film, he made the bar plummet to below ground level. So what Gunn was able to accomplish is pretty fucking miraculous. So Gunn is definitely on my radar now. I'm going to look at his next projects with great interest. You need to watch Super. Is Super the one with fucking
Rainn Wilson?
Rainn Wilson, the fucking Dwight Schrute?
Dwight Schrute?
Because I watched that movie, but I didn't give a fuck about that movie. Yeah. Go on.
The thing is, the movie, especially these two, the ones that you cited, Guardians of the Galaxy and this movie, it's in his wheelhouse. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's not doing anything that's out of character for him, right?
No.
So it's kind of interesting to me to... obviously, he's going to thrive in this environment because this is exactly what he was made for. But it doesn't seem to me that he was really flexing all that much. They gave him something that was going to work for him, you know?
Yeah.
So I'd be interested to see what he brings to the table when it's something that is different, you know?
Me? I say fuck that. Just keep doing what you're doing. I say if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Give us something else. Do your version of the Expendables next. I mean, yeah. I think the first Suicide Squad had the bones of a decent flick. I believe that it could have been fixed, but I also think that the Joker should have only been teased in it. That Squad suffered from trying to do too much. John says Ayer is responsible for casting Leto as the Joker, so already John says no.
There's no.
Cinema buff John.
Wait, which John? Amore?
Johnny Amore.
Yeah, definitely. John doesn't know.
John, you don't know shit. Yeah, they all did great, I thought, by the way. in the movie. All the various actors, even including John Cena. Also, that movie was surprisingly funny. I found myself laughing a ton more than I expected.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. It's rare that you go out to movie theaters, and so it's nice that when you do, it's worth your while, right?
Yes. It was. I wonder what the next... I was trying to think what the next film might be. You know, to be honest, I was sitting in the theater and the preview for the next James Bond film came out.
Oh, is that right?
And it piqued my interest. Interest peaked.
What was it called?
I think it's called No Time to Die. It's, you know, a stupid Bond name, but...
That's awesome.
I love those movies. Like, Mission Impossible movies, you know... Action-packed blockbusters are so much fun in the theater.
Yes.
It got me. Like, watching this trailer, I was like, holy shit, man. It's just like the pacing is fucking breakneck. Like, just one crazy badass stunt, guns out, explosions, cars flipping, sexy ladies kicking, making out, fucking people diving into water while explosions, you know, like the whole, it's like every fucking thing, you know. A blast. Listen, man, don't get me wrong, there's a time for slowed movies like The Joker, right? You know, like from like a real, you know, real cinema buff a movie, like a real, you know, let you drink it in, right? Or Blade Runner 2049, or what I'd imagine even Dune to be, maybe like a slower paced film, you know, or, you know, whatever Academy Award winning Oscar bait is out there, right? There's room for that. But damn, fuck me, man, if you can't go to the theater and just bask in some cinema craziness that is a action-packed blockbuster. My favorite line, why do you have that spear? I'm waiting for God to tell me what to do with it. Yeah, that was a good line. Hey Eric, without going into a spoiler territory.
Yes.
I was thinking about the third act of the Suicide Squad.
Yes.
And I honestly, my takeaway from that was I think this is James Gunn's way of kind of being tongue-in-cheek and spoofing the classic third act of superhero films. Like be it Black Widow or Black Widow or Wonder Woman, where it's, you know, we all know the drill. We sit down and we watch a Marvel film. Like I said, even Black Widow, and the first couple acts are really down to earth and grounded, and she's just a woman and she's on the run and she's getting, you know, it's very like spy oriented. And then the third act, it's all explosions and things falling out of the sky and just absolute craziness. Like I said, we saw it in Wonder Woman, the film, a very grounded and gritty, almost crazy take on the trenches and warfare of no man's land in, you know, the horrors that happened during World War One. And then at the end, in the third act, we're talking about a giant fucking sky-filled CGI nightmare.
Are you saying it's Gunn saying, can I make this any more ridiculous?
Yes, that was my takeaway. I think this is Gunn kind of like thumbing his nose at the absurdity of the classic third act in, you know, what is modern superhero films. I think that was him like embracing it and being like absolutely ridiculous with it, because when you pan out, it's fucking absurd. It's crazy.
Yes.
And it's fun.
I don't think you're, what do you call it? I don't think you're doing any spoilers. You see it in the trailer, you know?
Can you see me? Yes, hello. Hello, person in the chat. My only issue with the Suicide Squad is the third act, and I can't talk about it until Friday because it's spoilerific. If that is your takeaway on it, it is a fair counterpart to my issue. Yeah, no, I think it's very deliberate. I don't think, whereas watching Black Widow, the takeaway I got from that was that Marvel made this. Like Marvel. I look at modern directors, including Taika Waititi and all the rest, the Russo brothers. When they work for Marvel, they work for Marvel. Like, it's like trying to be a chef at the Olive Garden. You know, it's trying to be a chef at Chili's or Applebee's or something. You could be a great chef, but make what's on the menu. Maybe you could add a little panache here and there, but make what's on the fucking menu. So, and I think that's the Marvel handbook, which is why many directors don't work with them. It's the reason why you don't get a Steven Spielberg presents Captain America. It's the reason why you don't get any of the other aforementioned great directors that we've mentioned. It's the reason why Chris Nolan doesn't show up. They generally pluck a small director out of obscurity and they give him a Marvel film because it's like, hey, you're working at Applebee's now, cook us some classic, you know, give us some fucking Jack Daniels burgers or whatever the fuck they're serving. I don't think with the DC, I don't think the DCEU did that to James Gunn. I think they did it to whoever the fuck directed Black Widow. I thought they said, all right, now in the third act, this explodes, and then it all becomes a CGI nightmare. I don't think James Gunn suffered from the same thing. I think the DCEU gave him a lot of leeway. As you saw in this film was very distinctly James Gunn. You know, we should hold this off for Friday before I go too in depth. But yes, I think this was a very deliberate choice, and I think this was him, like I said, doing a nod, doing a tongue-in-cheek kind of version of his version of a third act. My name is
I never thought of it.
My name is Kuzi Jews, and I like to talk to people, so I went to the section of Tubester. Oh, I don't know that. Tubester. Is that the extension?
Tubester.
Is Tubester that YouTube extension, or is that TubeStar? In the live section I found I do art. I do comic book art. So here's one. This is comic book arty. If that's why Edgar Wright left Ant-Man. Exactly. Edgar Wright left Ant-Man because he wanted to make an Edgar Wright movie, and Marvel told him essentially to fuck off. You're making our movie. We want this to happen in Ant-Man, so it's going to happen. I mean, they did the same thing to Joss Whedon in the second Avengers movie. There was a bunch of, it's pretty public, there was a bunch of things that he wanted to do in Age of Ultron that Marvel told him no.
Like what? What was the... What were some of the things?
I don't know the specifics. It's so long ago.
Okay.
But same thing. It's the exact same thing with Edgar Wright. They don't generally, by the way, they don't generally go into specifics. I mean, Joss Whedon might have. He might have gone into like specificity. But there's nothing I can remember off the top of my head aside from that's how it goes for Marvel. There was another director. God, I just had it in my head.
Hey, but if it works for them, right? Like they have a track record of success, but I think it's 10 years deep now, and it's going to be very clear whether or not that playbook is still relevant. I think.
Yes.
Sooner rather than later. I think it's going to really present itself as a challenge if they continue down that same formula, because I think people have figured them out, you know.
Yeah, I think at this point it's old hat.
Mm-hmm.
Now I don't
Here's the thing.
What's up?
Let me get your take on this. Like, Suicide Squad wasn't doing anything different than Marvel outside of giving the director a distinct voice, you know?
Yes.
Like, the Russos brought I think the reason why people remember Winter Soldier so much is because it had so much of the Russos in it, right?
Yeah.
It wasn't as generic as, and I think that's the reason why that third Thor movie stood out so much, because of Taika's thumbprint, right?
Yes.
So it's not out of the realm of possibility that Marvel allows their directors to do that, right? They do it from time to time.
They do. They absolutely do.
So
I kind of wish they did
I
it
think
more.
when they hold them, I think when they really pull the reins back is when it's an untested director, especially in the genre that they're messing with, like the director for Black Widow, like the two directors for Captain Marvel, you know?
Yeah, that's a good point. They probably, although, I just remembered, do you remember the film Chef?
Yeah, the one with
Jon
the
Favreau
director for Iron Man 1. Yeah.
So apparently Chef, somebody did a deep dive into Chef, and they found out that, guess what? Probably not noticed at the time, but Chef, Jon Favreau left. Jon Favreau didn't direct Iron Man 3, I don't believe, right? Let me just double check that.
No.
Yeah, he left after 2, to my knowledge. Let me see, Iron Man, I just want to double check that, triple check that. Director, yeah, Shane Black directed Iron Man 3. The reason why Jon Favreau left after Iron Man 2, which was, by the way, not a great film, and the follow-up to is now this I do know.
Iron Man 2 is not a great film? Get out of here. How dare you, sir?
I honestly I remember it's got something to do with Howard Stark's old plans for, this new element that who's going to make, and he couldn't figure it out, and it's got something to do with the Queen's fucking Flushing Meadow fucking park.
You know what? Jesus.
Yeah.
Have some more respect for the awesome thing that is Iron Man 2.
Yeah, no. It was the World's Fair, and the 1962 World's Fair had some fucking weird tie into it. Whatever, man. It's forgettable, especially compared to Iron Man 1.
Oh, sir.
And
okay, continue. You're riling. George is getting very upset.
And is that the one? Yeah, that's the one with. Oh my god, dude. What's his face shows up, dude? Mickey Rourke shows up, dude. It's a Mickey Rourke one, and fucking Queens and Flushing Meadow Park, and 1962 World's Fair, and then is it Justin Hammer that's trying to make his own bootleg Iron Man, and whatever, man.
You remember more of it than you thought.
Yeah.
You see?
But like I'm scraping the fucking memory dump.
You love it.
I'm scraping the dumpster. So it falls apart, and Jon Favreau blamed this on Marvel's oversight. He talked about in interviews how he wanted to do something else. And the heads up, Feige, and I think at this point there was a group of guys, like a board, that had to approve all this stuff, and they didn't okay what Jon Favreau wanted to do. So he did this, and it got terrible reviews, and he left. Now, and then he goes and makes Chef. And when you watch Chef, you realize it's Jon Favreau. Jon Favreau is describing to us what he went through at Marvel. You have this cook who's working at a high-end restaurant, and the critic comes in, and he wants to do a whole new menu. He wants to showcase what he can do, and he's got some very inventive, creative ideas that he's been working on. And what happens in the movie is Dustin Hoffman tells him to fuck off with his ideas. They're doing the menu. And the critic lambasts the restaurant. He said, this is boring, this is predictable, this sucks. So then he has the restaurant, he has the restaurant critic come back, and then this time he's going to do it. This time he's going to do his creative menu. He's going to cook what he wants. He's got all his new recipes and shit that he wants to showcase. It's going to be great. It's cuisine that he really wants to do, not the same old. And what ends up happening is Dustin Hoffman shows up again and is like, hey, you're going to do what we do, right? You're going to do the fucking menu for a second time. And of course, he does it reluctantly because he has to, and the critic again tears it apart. And then he ends up screaming at the critics, but it's all a very clear allegory for him working at Marvel. And then what does he do? He leaves, and then he starts his own food truck, and he starts making his own food. And that's literally the fucking movie that you're watching. You're literally watching his version of the food truck is the film Chef. It's very meta, but it's him telling you.
Is it true? Has it been confirmed that that's what he was doing?
It's a hypothesis. I don't know if he's ever confirmed it, but I think it's a pretty safe bet. Realizing what the last thing he did was, and I could be wrong. We could be way off and it's got nothing to do with anything. But I think when you look at it, 1 + 2 is 3. Like, it all tracks. Wait, was that Eric? Yes, Eric Kennedy is here. I'm still mad we never saw Crimson Dynamo in the MCU. Fuck, I'm waiting for Beta Ray Bill and Nova. Nova was apparently supposed to appear in Endgame. Thank you, Rogers. I'm typically all for allowing directors to do their thing. You hire them for a reason, let them do it. But when you're doing a shared universe like the MCU, you need a Feige type to shepherd the whole thing. Right. So that's where heads start to butt, for better or worse. And to Eric's point, there is a sweet spot. There is like the Taika Waititi of it, right? Or the Russo brothers of it, or even the James Gunn and Guardians of the Galaxy of it, where they allow you certain leeway, but you still have to play their way. But they give you a certain amount of freedom.
The formula is pretty clear, you know? It's the voice behind that formula that makes it unique. So, yeah. Hey, I'm gonna catch up with you later.
All right.
I'm hearing activity upstairs and I need to
Okay.
myself.
Okay,
good
buddy.
evening.
Good evening, Eric.
I'll talk to you later. Oh, by the way, these newsletters look fucking bonkers.
Oh, you like them?
Oh, that third one gets my eye. Actually, no, the second one. News 2.
We gotta talk.
Love it.
Also, I need some files
Love
from
it.
you. But
okay.
Yeah, once we figure out what to do, I'm ready. I'm excited.
Cool.
All right, we'll talk.
All right, I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Guys, I'm doing the Arc Athena. This also, by the way, this is a fucking perfect time to talk about Arc Athena. How do I not have a fucking Arc Athena? Here, guys. Eric Kennedy here. I showed this earlier on screen. I want to show it again for those of you who missed it. Where are you? Here. This is Golden Iris. She is one of the members of, I believe she's a member of Arc Poseidon, but she's from the series Arc Athena that Kennedy is working on right now. Dude, I shit you not. We're going big screen for this. I shit you not, dude. I've been very grateful to see some of behind the scenes work going on into Arc Athena. Trust me when I tell you that this is some of Eric Kennedy's best work to date. This is his passion project. You know, we were just talking about Jon Favreau and his passion project being Chef and maybe the first Iron Man film. Kennedy is fucking kicking so much ass on these fucking pages. They're gonna fucking knock your socks off. So this is a trading card. This is going to be turned into a trading card, my version of this, and it's going to be part of the Kickstarter, not the Kickstarter, the Indiegogo launch. And I believe the project is going live in September, so it'll be here soon. But guys, get hyped for Arc Athena. It's gonna be fucking incredible. But that's what we're talking about. We're dropping a newsletter soon that I've designed. And dude, oh my god, man, did you guys see the video reel? I don't know if he dropped that one. I think he did on Twitter. But ooh wee. Let me make sure that's correct. Let me go to that twitter.com. Yes, September 15th, 2021. Dude. Hang on, I'm gonna pause. I'm gonna pause you. Music. Shut up, music. Oh, we're gonna watch this together. It's gonna be on Indiegogo. It is gonna be. I'm in. I can't wait. Glad you decided. Glad you're gonna be a part of it. A little part. A little part. I'm doing my part. Get hyped, man. This is gonna be fucking dope, dude. I can't wait to have this in my hands and read it. I'm not, dude. Even if I wasn't friends with Eric or a part of this at all, I'd be fucking pumped. Dude, look at this. Wait, what the fuck? There we go. Whoa, holy shit. I literally can't unmute this site. All right, there we go, there we go. Damn, I was like, what the fuck? Why the hell can't I hear shit? Dude, that is like the smallest little nugget of a panel. And you see how it's just fucking like filled to the fucking brim with shit that like it looks like you're watching a fucking movie play out. I'm telling you, man. These pages are fucking insane. You're gonna love it. You're gonna fucking love it. So yeah, go sign up for the newsletter. Because he's doing giveaways. He's got all kinds of shit that's happening. So if you want to be kept up to date, definitely go to erickennedy.com and sign up for the newsletter. Eric has some of the most dynamic art. He does. He's got fucking. He's the king of foreshortening, man, and he's the king of composition. All right. With that said, y'all. You guys are fucking great. Appreciate you watching me sketch some Doom. I gotta go finish this commission. I'm gonna go finish this art tonight, and then maybe tomorrow we'll do a traditional art stream. It's been quite some time. But guys, get ready for that. You guys are dope. You guys are fucking awesome. I appreciate the shit out of you. We're not gonna host anybody. We're just gonna end it here.
Bang, bang, you're the best.
Jack Attack, thank you. You're the best. I hope you guys have a good night. Sleep well. Take care of yourselves. Remember to hydrate and stretch. Get your exercise in. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. And as always, let me give a little thank you to my patrons. Thank you, patrons. I appreciate each and every one of you. I appreciate your support. Y'all are fucking awesome. Have a good night.